Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be doing some channel reviews, and the first thing we're going to do is once we're up and going with sound video, I know that there's a good delay between what I see and what y'all see, so if you're out there, make sure you can let me know that you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, and drop a comment saying that you can hear me, because the last thing I want to do is go on and on for a whole bunch of time and then not have anyone be able to hear me. So if you're out there and you can hear me, let me know. All right. Okay, so I was inspired by Andrew Canover on the TubeBuddy channel on Wednesday. I saw him doing 5-minute channel reviews for people on the TubeBuddy channel, and I was like, this sounds like fun. I want to do this. And so I even, very unlike me, I put up a community announcement saying, hey, I'm going to go live on a certain date, and if you want to tune in for some channel reviews, then yeah, you should do that. And then I even had a good amount of you also put your information in a form. So last time I looked, there were like 10 responses. So that's a lot of channels already to start looking through. But we will do our best to get through all of them. And let's see. You can hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Awesome. Yeah, cool. All right, cool. So let's I did not cheat. This is a first impressions. This is a true, I have no idea what people submitted. And then I did say, like, try and have a specific question or something that you want me to look at, and then we can try and address that. So I'm going to go into the form that collects all of your guys' submissions. And if you guys did not see that, I think the link is in the description box for that. I don't know. We might have a pretty full agenda for tonight anyway, though. All right, let's take a peek here. So the first one came in, 8:12, so they were early. All right. So let me pull up this channel. Let me get this address here, copy. And then I'm going to pull this up. Okay. And then I'm going to make sure that we share this video with everybody. So let's have you guys see my screen. Let's make it bigger. We want bigger. Let's do this one. All right. So while you're taking a peek at that, I'm just making sure you can see it, hopefully. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Let's go see what the question is. I'm wondering if there are things I can do to tweak in order to build a bigger following. Also, I'm wondering how to stay afloat during times of burnout or depressed times. Okay, so your name is NdiNaija. I'm sorry if I butchered that. All right, let's take a look at your channel. You want a bigger following, don't we all? But and then how to stay afloat during times of burnout or depressed times. You know, we are in unprecedented times right now, for sure. There's a lot of, I think a lot of us are very tired and depressed. It seems like this pandemic has been going on and on and on, right? So it's definitely easy to find yourself in an area where you might be feeling a little bit more depressed than usual. I totally get it. All right, so let me go over to my phone. We're going to pull up a clock. We're going to go to the stopwatch. I want you to know you're not by yourself. I'll have you know that. Definitely lots of people feeling the exact same way. And if you need to take a break, take a break. I think it's totally fine. All right. Okay, let's take a peek here. Okay, we are going to put 5 minutes on the clock. And we're starting. Hopefully, I'm not sure if it will actually beep out loud when the time comes. So it says, chasing my American dream. Okay. Does that mean that you're not originally from America, or is that just, I would expect that phrasing from someone who possibly isn't from here originally. So let's take a look at what you have here. So you have your upload, you have a popular upload, okay? You have past live streams. One thing I'm not always a fan of is setting up your playlist vertically instead of horizontally, because sometimes I think it's really nice when the thumbnails are kind of displayed out horizontally. So, okay, so one thing here, let's look at this. SML episode 68, Let's Welcome August. So first of all, I don't know what SML stands for. If you guys know what SML stands for, do let me know. I don't know what that is. Okay, so first, unless it's like a really well-known term, I think YouTube is going to have a harder time being able to know exactly what it is that you're talking about. I see that you have 68 episodes of something, but is this about planning? Is this like, I don't know what that is. And there's not enough in the thumbnail to tell me because there's no text. And I see kind of like the coil rings like on the side for like a binder of some kind. But I don't know what you're showing me here. And I would always, if you're going to have something like with an episode number at the end, I would always put it at the end of your title instead of at the very beginning of your title, because that doesn't mean anything to a lot of people. It doesn't mean anything to a search engine. So yeah, I'm not sure what that is. So let's go up here. You have multiple other playlists along the bottom. Again, just tiny thumbnails of them. Okay, let's take a look at what you've got here for your thumbnails in general. Okay, so maybe it was about planning because it looks like you've got some other planning. And again, SML episode 69, let's do things differently. I don't know what that means. So I don't know if I saw that thumbnail, if I'm your respective audience that you're looking for. I don't know. There we go. YouTube therapy, running away, leaving YouTube, running away. Okay, so I don't think it's necessary, like when you're looking at text on thumbnails, to repeat word for word. If you can get the general idea across without the text, then you know you're onto something. Text should only ever be an enhancement, not an explanation. So I get it, but I don't think that was probably the best take at that thumbnail that you might have been able to get. So let's take a look here what we've got. We've got some plan with me's, planning, budgeting, planning. Okay, so you do a lot of planning. Is planning the American dream, or that's your version of your American dream, is like setting up your calendar, organization, planning? Because that doesn't seem necessarily to jive with what I would think would come to mind with that channel banner. And thinking of that, it's actually very plain. And so it's up to the person to distinguish for themselves what chasing the American dream is. That it's not until they get into your videos that they figure out that what your American dream is actually calendar planning. So I think I would rather see you put something like that, like, you know, weekly videos on how to do planners or something like that, because I don't understand what your videos are going to be about when I immediately come to your channel or your by your banner. So the first thing I also see up here in the corner is your Instagram link, and then you have a blogger link. So your subscribe one is not even up there. I mean, it's over here. Yes, absolutely. But the first thing you're trying to do with your first impression is tell people to go visit you on Instagram, which isn't the best. Okay, so here we go. Discussions of a Nigerian immigrant on planning and organization. Okay, planning and organization is nowhere in your channel banner, and I feel like it kind of should be. So life in the US and Nigerian comedy. I'm chasing my American dream. Okay, so who are you? What is your name? Why should I subscribe? It's such a place that you should be having people get to know you, and I don't get that here. So I think that your about or your description is pretty lacking. And so the first thing I would be, you know, like, one, I probably am not the first person to not be able to pronounce your name. So you might even have something about like how to pronounce your name, like you know, have like Sarah Dici. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that. Okay, it's mad at me. We're gonna go a little longer here on this one. I'm gonna say, you know, Sarah Dici rhymes with peachy. Really easy to then understand for people who would not have been able to understand her name. So if you had a NdiNaija, I don't know how to say it, and try not to butcher it. Oh, you're here in the chat. Let me see what you're saying. Planning is helping you get to your American dream. Maybe if you had something like planning my American dream, you know, something like that. Is it still making noise? I gotta hit stop. Okay, stop. Sorry if you guys all heard that. You know, planning my American dream is like a fun play on planning and then chasing the American dream thing. So trying to make those like together. And if it is in fact then all about planning and stuff like that, I'm assuming like that world of like Erin Condren and stuff like that. You see a lot of those in the stickers and that kind of stuff. So yeah, you're probably going to want to do some planning with me, some bullet journal with me, some of that kind of stuff, or explaining to people how you do it, dump the episode 69 at the very beginning, put it at the end, actually explain more about what your channel is, why people should want to follow you. There's actually no information on the side. You haven't set up your channel for any like additional channels or channels that are similar to yours. And I would really highlight other planning channels, other ones that are in your niche, and really put them on the side so that people can understand, hey, if you like this, then you're probably also going to like this. I would beef up your description. I would dump the Instagram being the first one, at least have your own subscribe button or something up there first, up until you get to like 10,000, because how many people are actually following you from YouTube to Instagram? Let's just take a peek real quick. How are you doing on Instagram? Okay, so it's not huge on Instagram either. So I don't know, like I might just dump it, honestly. And then if you, no, okay. So I know, I want to actually spend more time with everyone. Sorry. Okay, so you are using your tab. Good. Let me look at one of your videos, and then we're going to take a peek at this. Let's go look at your most popular one. What do you got? And then we'll take a look at your most recent. So ramblings and various accents. That has nothing to do with planning. So I'm going to ignore that one. Let's see. That was 13 years ago. You've been on YouTube a long time. Okay. Let's go look at your newest video. Okay. August 2020, cash envelope stuffing. Okay. I don't know if you guys will hear audio if I actually put that up. Okay. Let's take a look.
And for each item, calculate.
Okay.
Going to write this.
Okay, so August 2020, cash envelope stuffing and sinking funds. That isn't a title that makes any kind of sense, just FYI. So if you're going to talk about the theory about stuffing envelopes, what does that actually mean? There's a different way to phrase that. There's a more non-search engine way, but human ingesting way that is going to make that make sense. So I don't think that, I know I'm supposed to move on, but I can't help myself. And then you did the thing that I was just curious if you did this, where you shared it on Twitter. So good for you on that one, but you shared it and you didn't upload a thumbnail or use TubeBuddy to share it, so that it actually has like a clickable link, a better picture, instead of the truncated version of the thumbnail that happens when you share it directly from YouTube. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time on this going over, because we have to move on to the next one. But I hope that gives you a few things that you might be able to take a look at and peek at. Let me just see here. Planning is helping me. Should I make a video? Yes, I would make a video explaining it. I would make it be your channel trailer, and I would keep it under 2 minutes and put it at the very front of your channel, okay? Not huge. I thought I needed to have it there. Do you think I should still do the immigration videos? That's up to you. You know, I don't know how necessarily immigration and planning are going to go together. And if you're thinking about your ideal audience, is that audience really going to care about both of those at the same time? Because one of them is kind of like an extremely personal story. And it's one about, you know, what do you do while you're here? How do you acclimate? And that's a whole other kind of like channel in itself, you know, like the foreigner living among us, or the acclimating to, or, you know, chasing my American dream, or, you know, all that stuff, versus a just planning, organizing type of channel. So if you can find a way to mix those together in a unique way with a fun spin and keep it on the same channel. But if you think they're really, really different, then I might consider separating them. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the next one. Let's take a peek. What do we got? So the next one is, excuse me, the Cho Sisters. What should my video volume be versus background music volume be on iMovie? And I record on my iPhone. Good for you for getting started on your phone, whatever works for you. Super proud of that. That's awesome. Let me get to your channel. Let me copy this link here. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're doing 5-minute channel reviews for people. A lot of people have already signed up, and we're trying to get through as many as we can. All right. So let's take a peek here. What do we have here? Okay. Yes. Okay, good. All right. So we have the Cho Sisters. The first thing that's going on is you've got like cartoon character things in your banner and in your little circle avatar for your thing. And the one on the right in the blue kind of tank topish, it's like missing a nose and mouth. So I don't know if this is like, I know it's a style, but I don't think this best represents who you guys are. And I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. And especially when you have something like the Cho Sisters, I have no idea what those tiny little food things are in the middle of your circle. And I'm already on a computer where your circle avatar is going to be even bigger. So I would take a look at that and I'm like, is that really the best representation? Is like, if I'm looking at that tiny little channel avatar, it's nice to have your, like the channel name, sure, but I don't think those pictures are doing you any favors because you can't even make out half of your face to start with on that. But let's take a look here what you have. The first thing you got is a link to Instagram. So the first thing you're trying to tell people is, hey, go check us out someplace else. So unless you have a huge following over on Instagram and that's the whole push, I'm not sure why everyone is so keen to push people off of the platform that they're currently on. So it makes sense if you are going to do something like the last channel we just, I don't know how to say your name. Put it in the chat of like an easy way to like phonetically to say it. Okay. Because I don't want to keep screwing it up. If you said something like, hey, I have a bullet journal. I don't plan, you guys. I have a bullet journal template that you can download or put in your whatever. If you want to get that, download it as a freebie and then you can whatever, or sign up for my email newsletter and I will give you this. That is the only time I would consider doing something like that, because otherwise, what good is it to just push people to Facebook or Instagram or your SoundCloud? Maybe your SoundCloud, if you're like a struggling musician and you're trying to get people to like, but even then, like, that's not the point. People are on YouTube because they want to be on YouTube. And it's not like they're not going to be able to find you if they want to by either, you know, knowing your name, seeing it in the link of every description of your video, going to your about page. Like, it's not, just stop, people. Okay. NdiNaija, even that, NdiNaija, maybe, I think so. Okay, let's take a look at what you've got here. So you've got uploads, and that's it. You've got are you a new channel? I was like, this is only excusable if you have like 5 videos total or something like that. But even then, maybe not so much. So start with some playlists. Playlists are also a great way. Oh, I forgot to start the timer. Y'all are not keeping me honest. Okay, I'm starting it now. We'll see how that goes. Oops, my bad. My bad. Oopsies. Okay. Oh, shoot. Don't fall over. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So, mukbang channel. Looks like mukbang, Dole Whip. Ooh. Dole Whip Dad is going to have to come over to your video and be like, how we recreated. Okay, all right. Okay, so here's the deal. Super cute, the both of you. All right, all right. The one with the mom approved, that text is so small. Stop putting so much text on thumbnails, people. Like, if you can't figure it out with the picture, what your video is about, then add no more than 3 words with no more than 6 letters to be able to further explain or amplify what it is that your video is about. But stop using that to explain what your video is about. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, cool. All right, let's go look at playlists, which we know there are none. Cho Sisters, I don't know which one is doing it, but make some playlists. Make some playlists, okay? Playlists also count as like new content that can show up in search. Content, I was also going to say, once you start making playlists, you can share playlist links, right? And the nice thing about that is then you're not fighting necessarily with yourself for that next video because it's all usually your own videos or ones that are from other channels or similar niches or categories. So if you didn't know, you can make playlists with videos from other people's channels. Absolutely, you can do that. And then you can share a link to a playlist. And then the nice thing is it goes in order. You get watch time, you get session starts, all that stuff is really, really good. And so if you are a brand new channel and your channel was about Premiere Pro tutorials and you'd only done one, you could certainly load up a playlist that also had a couple from Peter McKinnon, a couple from Premiere Gal, a couple from whoever else, put that in a playlist and say like Premiere tutorials or something like that. Send that link to someone, put it somewhere, and then you also get that credit for that. Let's see, I'm just making sure what people are saying. What do I use to live stream? I'm currently using StreamYard. So, yes. All right, so you do not feature any other channels. So you're a mukbang channel. So I don't know the mukbang community very well, but I know there's a Stephanie, there's a Nikocado, there's a girl that got in trouble with the spicy noodles. There's a few people, right? But if you're into this, then what I would be doing is linking channels that are similar to yours, linking channels that you like, channels that you're inspired by, whatever it is, put that in there, okay? Put that in there. So what do we got in the About You? Y'all are skimping on the About You. Every single one of you always skimping on About You, all right? So it says, is the result of quarantining. Watch them eat, experiment, and play with their food. Okay, so here's one thing is, I don't really like it when channels try and use them. I know you're talking about like other people and it's like a duo, but I would almost watch us eat, like invite, because it's very cold and distant language when you start saying like, they like to do this and they would enjoy this. So be like, hey, if you like to eat cuisines from all around the world while Netflixing, do it with us. You see what I'm saying? It's like us. You're one of us. You know what I'm saying? One of us, one of us. So I would take a look at that, and I would also really figure out more about yourself that you could definitely put in there and share. Okay. So yeah, I would change out some of your banner stuff. I would maybe think about really zooming in on the profile picture. Definitely create some playlists. I would get closer to your faces and bodies when it comes to some of your thumbnails. You got a lot of different fonts and stuff going on. So I don't know if you have thought at all about like a brand aesthetic between the two of you. You may want to think about that. I feel like some of your thumbnails are more the result of, oops, crap, we didn't think of actually getting a thumbnail before we were filming. And it's more of a, can we grab a still from the video and have it be passable and then plaster a whole bunch of text on it. So you can tell me if that's wrong. You can tell me if that's wrong. But except for maybe this Disney Flamin' Hot corn, maybe except for that one and the Dole Whip one, I feel like all of your thumbnails are almost like an afterthought. And so when that's the case, it's going to be really, really difficult to have them really stand out amongst all of the others. So, oh shoot, okay. Okay, so one thing is, I don't know if you can see this. If we go to, I don't know, who's people in the chat, give me mukbang channels. Stephanie Sue, right? Stephanie mukbang, something like that. Yeah, Stephanie Sue. Let's go look at her thumbnails. So this is your competition every time that someone is typing in mukbang, okay? So take a look. So she's made this very obvious choice to have the food be ginormous, right? Because if you're into mukbang and you want to see the food, that's really kind of what you're going to see, right? So she's got great reactions, but really the focus in her face is really about the food. So if we go back and look at your videos in comparison, let's go look real quick. A lot of your food is really tiny or something like that. So if there is a certain aesthetic or style when it comes to a genre, especially if you're starting out, until you have your own, then it might be worth it to you to really kind of look at some of those key indicators that are working for other people and pick up on those, okay? So one last thing I know, I said, okay, let's look at this. I just like to know. I see no mentions on Twitter. That means you're not sharing your own video or someone's not talking about it. There's no one sharing your video. Why do you not have a Twitter? Why are you not sharing it? Share your own videos. If you're not your biggest cheerleader, I don't know who's going to be. All right. So it says New York City food mukbang, Canadian reviews USA. Canadians review USA. Well, that's like a whole other, and that's not entirely. Canadians review food from the USA. Canadians rate USA. I'm sure there's lots of things that Canadians have to say about the USA, but this is specifically about New York City food, right? So that would be a better way to be putting in some of those tags. But I am proud of you for putting in the Cho Sisters for your own search term there. And you at least did heart the comments that you do have, but you didn't respond to all of them. So absolutely, there's absolutely no excuse if you only have 5 videos or something on your channel. I should never be able to find an unanswered comment on your channel, period. There's just no excuse for it. So sorry if that sounds harsh, but if people are going to take time out of their day to watch your video, the least you can do is show up for them. And after you heart it, go back and give them a real comment. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. I hope that helps. Let me know. I don't know if y'all are here. Let me see here. I'm going to take a peek in the chat real quick and say hi to some people. What do we got? We've got Joe and Kate. Oh, Katie Marie. Hey, how's it going? It's nice to see you. Real Deal G. Okay. Before and after Demix. Nice. Kazi's still here. Okay. Perfect. Real giveaway guy. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, shoot. What was our question? Oh, the video and the volume and the background music. Okay, here's the deal. Okay. Almost all people, when they are starting out, put their background music. If your thing is to talk, your background music should be like really low, like really, 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 really low. And we're talking like -12 low or something like that, because a lot of the time what happens is, especially with mukbang, I think they're very sometimes closely related to the ASMR type channels where people want to hear you slurping and glurping and whatever. They really like to enjoy that. So if you're blasting them with music that's just way too loud, it's completely a different sensation auditorially for them, and it's not enjoyable. So figure out, is it the mukbang one where you're focusing on sounds? If it's where you guys just talk a lot to each other while doing it, then just have it at a lower volume so that it should never be like interrupty. And I think you know what I mean. And when it's just too high, it's just annoying. Okay. Okay. Let's take a peek. Hope that answers your question. So, okay. So I will remember to look at the question. How to rise watching hours and how to make the most attractive thumbnails. Okay. That's a good, thank you for leaving it specific. I'm seeing here in the thing, a couple people have left like paragraphs, and that's going to be fun when I get to it. Let's go to the next one.
مرحبا مرحبا مرحبا.
Okay. Shh. All right. So the next one is Dr. Claude Cuisine. Let's cook together. Ooh, I love cooking. Awesome. Let's cook together. It's a nice gradient, and it's a nice, like, easy to read font. I might say, when do you put out new videos? How often do you put out new videos? Okay. And again, I do notice that it's the first thing you do is you tell people to go to your Instagram account. People, stop doing this. It's not worth it. Come on. Like, no, just leave it as a link or a secondary, like, until you're over 10,000 subscribers or you have some freebie that you're trying to build your email list, just put the subscribe button for your own channel up there as the first one. And then if you want to add another one, and it will at least be the truncated, just the icon version, but just like stop sending people off the platform that you say that you want to grow on. I'll get off my high horse on that. All right. I'm not sure where you're located. It looks like it's another language. Okay. But I appreciate the fact that you have a, either your homepage should have a video on it. It should either be a channel trailer that you have cut specifically for your channel, or it should be your most performing video that drives the most subscribers. Okay, it can be the most popular. It can be the one that always drives in. If it's to build an email list or whatever it is, the one that grows that the most, the one that does something for you, okay? Or a channel trailer. And if you have a channel trailer, don't let it be like more than 2 minutes. And I don't know, some of the channels out there, even think about this smartly, okay? If you have oh, I forgot to start you guys have to remind me to start the timer. Okay, 1 second. And then I will start the timer because I haven't even actually started looking at the channel. stop putting videos on your home screen that are like, I don't know, like an hour. Like that's like walking up to someone being like the first time you met them, be like, let's get into a long-term relationship. Like, no, like it's like an Instagram story. You only have a few seconds to catch someone's attention. The last thing you're going to do is going to be like, hey, nice to meet you. You want to get married? Like, stop doing that. Okay. So, all right. I don't know if that's going to offend anyone out there, but no one's going to sit on your homepage and watch a 50-minute video. It's just not going to happen. So let's look at what you've got down here. We've got uploads. Oh, start the timer. Start the timer. We're going to start the timer. There we go. All right. Let's do this. Okay, so I don't know. So maybe it's, oh no, just that thing is Turkish. Okay. So here's one thing that I might say. I'm not sure if your videos are speaking in another language. And the one thing that's nice about cooking is it's so visual that a lot of the time it doesn't really matter, or if it happens to be in the same language, because unless it's so intricate that people don't get it from whatever you're showing on screen with your hands or whatnot, it's pretty universal, you know? So, but one thing I might try to avoid, unless all you're trying to do is, and I'm not sure what country this is coming from, if you're only trying to grow in that country, if you put a whole bunch of text in your native language, then it could also then, it's going to immediately trigger a whole group of people, maybe like myself, who don't, one, understand or know what that language is, and then already have to question, does that mean if I click into this video that I'm not going to be able to understand what they're saying? And it's actually cutting you off from an audience that may not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just doing yourself a disservice. So maybe if you can get the point across, especially in food thumbnails, you don't always need a lot of text. I would focus in on the food, making the contrast and colors really be like bright and pop. Take the text off, especially if it's in another language, unless the only views you care about are the ones from your country or the people who understand that language. So I hope that makes sense. I did put the timer on. All right, let's do this. You guys proud of me? Nailed it on that one. I finally put the timer on. All right, what do we got? Leftover date cookies balls. Okay. It reminds me of SNL. I can't say it probably. Okay. Grilled leg of lamb. So Moroccan. Okay. So this is a cooking channel. Yes, I knew that from okay, we've got these groups of playlists, not always the best. Okay. And I see you're always doing a lot of like, I appreciate it's whatever language and then English. So I would only just challenge you and say, like, if you looked at your analytics and you saw that 90% of all of your traffic was coming from the United States, then maybe you'd want to flip that and actually have it be at the front end and not the back end. Does that make sense? Okay, let's look at this though. So some of your thumbnails though, as I'm looking at this playlist in like popular uploads, they're all like very orange and brown and kind of dull. So yeah, I see what you mean. Especially with food, there's a lot of texture and like oomph that can happen, especially when you play with saturation, brightness, sharpness, all that kind of stuff. Once you remove, like, get rid of the emojis, get rid of the arrows, get rid of the text on that, focus on what it is that you're making. Especially with food, you can do a lot of before and after, side by side, like transformational type. It's also really good for like beauty tutorial videos because that's, people want to get to the end product and they want to get to like what they're going to get by watching this video. All right. Let's take a look at, dump the text. Let's take here, playlist. At least you have a lot, so good for you on that. You don't feature any other channels, I would definitely do that. There's a whole bunch of cooking channels out there. Start featuring other channels. And you've never done anything in your discussion tab. You got a lot of emojis and you got a lot language that I don't, okay, you're from Saudi Arabia. Okay, good to know. And the only thing that you have is a link to your Instagram account. You can put the link to your subscribe button at least. I don't know if you have a Facebook page or anything like that. Especially cooking channels, you have so much opportunity to offer people. Oh, I know. Okay, all right, stop. Shh. I don't know if you guys hear the videos when I play them. You guys have so much opportunity when it comes to downloadables and getting people onto an email list. Now, here's one thing also. YouTube has come out and said that they're no longer going to be putting out notifications for people who may have subscribed to email notifications for your videos. So one thing that I was doing, if you guys didn't see it in the description of this box, you can sign up for notifications of just like new videos that I put out. So it's one thing that you can do because it's just, you would probably well, definitely now, but you would have reached more people collecting your own email addresses, letting people know about new videos than YouTube was ever going to send out in emails, because they do such a small percentage anyway. And they had an entire video, if you guys haven't seen it, on the Creator Insider channel, where they said they had less than 0.01% click-through rate, and they ran several tests where they just stopped emailing people, and it didn't really seem to make much of a difference. But as a creator, especially if you're small and new, you're kind of like, why are they taking away everything that's helping me? So you got to help yourself in terms like this. Okay. So create yourself like your own email list. Send people like the recipe for the video that you made this last week or something like that, and be like, hey, if you didn't catch it, here's the video, embed it in your email, right? And you'll be like, here's the recipe. You can add it to your collection, right? At the end of the year, send them a nice recap that says like, these are all the recipes that we made this year or something like that. It's a super simple way to like build not only your email list, but like all of that stuff. Okay. So I would take a look at that. The only thing also is like, I don't know what kind of cuisine you're cooking, but it's just interesting. And I don't know if you're one of those binging with Babish where you don't really show yourself very much on screen, but I always like to prefer like an avatar seeing someone's face.
مرحبا مرحبا
Oops. Stop it. Stop. Okay. Where are we doing on this? Oh, yeah. Someone knew what it was. Oh, did my alarm go off? Oops. Okay. Maybe it just went on longer. Anyway. All right. We're gonna stop with that. All right. Did I answer the question? Oh, okay. How to rise watching hours. Link playlist. How to make the most attractive thumbnails. Okay. I do actually have a couple of videos on my channel about thumbnails, like thumbnail theory, some do's and don'ts, some quick stuff like that. And so you can take a look for that on my channel, but think a little bit about food theory. There's certain colors that make you hungrier. There's certain rules when it comes to text, take a look for that. Yeah. And hopefully that will help you. I have used a combination of PicMonkey and also sometimes Photoshop. And in a pinch, sometimes I'll make it in Instagram, like I'm making an Instagram story, and I do it all in a 16:9 and sideways because, right, you've got some fonts and you got some different stuff you can play around with, and then you just download it. You don't post the story, and then there you go, thumbnail created for free on your phone. So that, if you're on your phone, also like PixArt is a really great one. So hopefully that helps. And then you can open Photoshop files for free within like GIMP, which is also free, and Pixlr. So yeah, go take a look for those. All right. Let's move on to the next one. All right. This one says just a channel review. All right. So let's get this link. Let's go to and if you're just joining us late, we are doing 5-minute channel reviews. A lot of people submitted their stuff beforehand. We're trying to get through as many as we can. So that's what's going on here tonight. Hey, I know this face. Oh, Katie. Okay. I happen to love Katie. Okay. This is so cool. I'm so excited. Oh, and just FYI, before anyone tries to come for me in the future. Okay. I have like 6 YouTube channels. Okay. And I'm starting now to diversify my like video content. If you guys didn't know this, I haven't started the timer yet. I'm allowed to go off onto a tangent. Okay. I don't know if Katie's out there. She's like, just get to my channel review. So I have the vertical video channel, which is all things vertical video. So if you want to learn, I don't know, about the apps that you use or different video editing programs or Instagram, that kind of stuff, it's going to be on Vertical Video Vixen. Okay. If you want to learn about, I have a separate beauty channel. So now I'm starting to put all of my subscriptions for things for other beauty people that I follow under that one. So like no one come from me and be like, you say she's your friend or you like her, you're not even subscribed. It's because I'm subscribed now from my other channel. All right. And I saw you're so close to 10,000. So congrats on that. So if anyone out there is also into beauty, click that link. All right. All right. So we've got Katie Marie, and you just had your like 3rd baby not that long ago. And I think you took a break, right? Now you're back. Let's see what you got here. We've got new videos every other day at 11 a.m. CST. Perfect. So here's the only thing I'm going to say about this. Colored rain on the very left-hand side. You've got this oh, did I start the timer? You guys are not on it. You guys have to remind me, okay? You guys are not. helping. All right. Oh, did we get a super chat? Hey, awesome. Thank you. Who is it? CKUS. We have 270. Hey, I know that channel. We're very familiar answering. Do we have content? I don't know if it's Josh or Babe. I know I keep talking to you guys on Instagram. You guys, I love you guys. All right. I'll get you in there in just a little bit. All right. So did I hit pause? All right. So let's get on this one thing. Okay. So I happen to know that Colored Rain and the other thing are probably makeup palettes, but if you were not into beauty, really, the first time seeing that banner, you wouldn't know that they were eyeshadow palettes or face palettes or whatever they are. So it's kind of one of those like, is it an art channel? Is it a underwater exploration channel? Is it a like what kind of channel is this? Right? Hey, Dean Niman, how you doing? How's Mexico? How you doing? Hey, if you want to jump in here, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know you want in and I will send you a link. Okay. We're doing 5-minute channel reviews because I got jealous that Andrew was doing them on Wednesday. And I was like, I want to tell people what I think about their channel. And so that's what we're doing. All right. Oh, don't forget to remind me. You guys, this is my squirrel brain. I swear to goodness, I will go more time for you, Katie. I want to know about the Roadcaster because I really want one. I really want one. All right. So yeah, I might try and make it more obvious exactly what the makeup spin is because honestly, even though I know those are palettes, if I was a noob to your channel, I wouldn't know that that was a palette. Okay. So then we start looking at this. We've got, I'm just making sure. What do we got here? Can I dupe? Shop my stash? Help? You're doing a lot of the beauty guru ones. You're making the faces. You're doing the outline of yourself. You've got some emojis on there. I don't have a ton of bad things to say about your thumbnails. I think the only thing I would possibly say is sometimes you get a lot from chest upwards with head. And okay, so like that one with the fixing my ugly lipstick. Oh yeah, that's gotta be the Ofra Jen loves. Which I'm wearing. I'm wearing Refined on my lips right now. I'd like to see more of your face and closer. So I would bring yourself a little bit closer in because some of them are like awfully pushed back. All right. Let's take a look here. Which is better? Flash party. Okay, so you have some playlists. That's great. Let's take a look at this. Oh, good. You're actually using your community tab. Most people do not. You have a whole bunch of channels. Yeah, so many of them I love. Okay, perfect. So people, I think right now this is probably the highest subscriber number channel that we've seen. They're doing a lot of stuff right here. So, hi, I'm Katie. Yep. I might even go with I'm Katie Marie so that you're repeating your channel name so that when the SEO bots crawl it for the first time, they're at least getting that hit right there. Wife and mommy by day, beauty blog of our night. Okay, good. And again, the first thing you're doing is sending people to your website, your blog. I think I saw that you embed your videos, though, inside of your blog. So that at least makes sense. I'm not sure what your blog traffic is over there, but at least yours is actually going someplace that is somewhere that you own versus somewhere that's belonging to a big corporation. So I am proud of you for that. Good. Yeah, you've got your channels on the side here. I think if I am not that mistaken, though, you haven't been back that long. Is that correct? You're doing a lot of the stuff right, I'm going to say, though. Let's go look at yours right here. Okay, all right. So one thing I don't like is when you do like the, oh, I watched that one. The 47-minute channel trailer. Like no one's going to sit through that the very first time going to. So unless that's your most watched video or the one that drives the most subscribers or something like that, I don't think it makes the most sense to have that one be there. You should have a channel trailer. It should be less than 2 minutes, or it should be the one like it's just too long. Okay. I like that you're doing your horizontal playlist. I like that. Good. Let's see here. I don't know who that is. Yeah. So here's one thing. I know that us as beauty people and all that stuff, we all like to have a very specific, we have a good side of our face, and we've got very common things that we do in a lot of our thumbnails. I definitely have been there. I'm definitely still there now. Okay. All right. Okay, stop, pause. And so one thing is like here in your makeup reviews, you've got 3 different ones. You're all, well, 4, 5. Every single one of them is you looking the same direction, holding the product almost in the exact same way. So it's almost like if I saw that one pop up a whole bunch of times, I would be like, have I seen that one? If I've seen that one, I'm probably not going to watch that one. So there's not enough like variation in your thumbnails to make it maybe enticing enough to people to think, it's something new that I haven't seen from her. So it starts to get a little bit more repetitive. And when that happens, repetitive starts to lead to like bored. And then you have people dip out and not click into your videos, right? And so like, look at this one. So you have like everything always looking in the same direction and like, it's all the same. And so that's maybe one thing I would look at. And I would be like, your thumbnails are so repetitive that it's not worth the window dressing at like at Macy's or whatever, as you walk down like the sidewalk when we used to be out in public. It changes every season. It changes based on, you know, different sales or things that are going on. And if you walk by and it's the same all the time, you're never going to be like, hey, they have new stuff in store that I need to go in and like check out. So maybe I would say that's one thing. I don't know how your click-through rates are looking, but if they're not like really, really performing for you at really high rates, being like, this is the formula. When I look left, when I hold the product here, when I put the text up here in this one, if that's getting you an 8, 9, 10% click-through rate, then keep it. But if it's not, I would start experimenting and playing a lot with your thumbnails because all of your BoxyCharm ones, they look extremely similar. All your makeup review ones, they look extremely similar. So I would take a look at that because, yeah, let's take a look here. Did Dee say anything? Okay, just making sure. Oh, someone mad at me? Oh, hey, we got a different super chat. Thank you, real giveaway guy. Can you rate my channel? Not yet. Sorry. Can I get my channel reviewed? If you are getting here late, there were a whole bunch of people that put in for channel reviews first. So you would need to go click on the form in the description box to get added to the list. And then we'll try. I don't know how many. I'm trying to get through all the ones that submitted early. Okay. Your click-through rate's only 5%, and then start playing with your thumbnails because you want to be like double that. You want to be in like double digits. I mean, 2% is like, oh, something has gone like catastrophically wrong, but like go into your video analytics, your channel analytics, and then sort them by click-through rate and start looking and seeing if there's any patterns in the one that have performed the best. Is it that they were more like action shots? Were they closer up? Start to do like a little mental inventory. You can also do it on a Google Sheet or whatever and be like, hey, the ones where I do an outline of myself and it glows perform better than ones where I don't. So that's the kind of homework and that you need to dive into your own channel and start looking at, am I making the type of videos that people want to continue watching. So if I go in and every time I do a BoxyCharm unboxing, here's the thing is, I'm not going to call anyone out because I'm going to do a BoxyCharm unboxing, I think today or tomorrow. They're the easiest videos sometimes, unless you're like putting it all on your face and like messing around with the stuff that's in it, because it's literally pulling stuff out of a box and being like, this is what I got. This is my first impression on it. And what did you get? Like and subscribe. It's not super relevant, especially 5 years from now when someone's like, do I remember what Katie Marie got in her August BoxyCharm base box? Like, no, it's not. And they're kind of, for better or like worse, they're kind of throwaway filler videos. So if you also go into your videos and then I'm not calling you out. I do throwaway filler videos too. Like I said, I'm filming mine too. But so someone like Linda from Glitter Fallout, where she does like a check-in from last month, as well as like the review and puts on the product. And like that's hitting a few more marks because it's catching the people who want to know not only the first impression, but what did you think about it a month later? It's catching that this is how I use it and apply it. It's checking the curiosity box for what did you get in your box. So it's checking a lot of boxes. So I'm just saying, if you find and notice that you're not getting 50% completion through the end of that video, or, you know, if the retention is like 20% every time you do a BoxyCharm video because they're kind of throwaway videos, then you're like, maybe I don't do them. Maybe it's just not worth it to keep continuing doing that video on my channel. Does that make sense? So if you want to talk more about it, you can always DM me. Sorry, I probably went over, but like, yeah. Okay. Guess supers don't work. See, oh no. So first he gave me a super chat and then he yelled at me and said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shoot. Oh, I feel bad. Okay, you guys. Well, here's another thing is I had to pull it up on my phone on the side because I cannot see the chat when I'm sharing my screen through StreamYard. So if I miss a super chat, you guys have to let me know. Okay. Like, I don't know, put it in the comments and stuff because I don't mean to ignore anyone. I really don't. It's just it's really hard to sometimes see the chat. Katie, I hope that helps. All right. Let's I wish I could spend all day on everyone's channels. I really do. Sorry. Okay. I would like to know if I'm doing YouTube the right way, if my content is engaging and worthwhile, and what I could possibly do to improve my channel. Okay, that's a lot. And the right way is like really subjective because when you start thinking about, am I doing YouTube the right way? You have to think about what are you saying is the right way? Is it based on subscribers? Is it based on click-through rate? Is it based on average view duration? Is it based on the ability to drive people to like a paid coaching program? It's so open in its definition that is really hard to be able to say. Okay. Your click-through rate is 3.5%. Yeah, that means you need some work on your. So especially yours was the planning channel, right? And then I don't know how to say your name. Go look at the people who are doing Erin Condren planning or whoever. I know there's lots of other planners out there. Okay, like Bullet Journal or other stuff like that. I would say look for the video in that topic that you're about to do a video on. Okay, and then look at the thumbnails, which are going to be your competition. First of all, again, mental inventory. Is there something that they're all doing in a specific way that makes those types of videos enticing or someone who knows it's going to automatically be a planning type of video, right? So look and study and look at what other people are doing because there is sometimes a very big aesthetic when it comes to certain types of niches. Yes, sometimes you can rebel, but especially if you're starting out, you kind of want to like almost look like the ones that are already doing really well, if that makes sense, because no one can see what your subscriber count is before they click, on the thumbnail and then get to your channel. So if your thumbnail is the most rockin' thumbnail that competes with the people who have, hundreds or thousands or millions of subscribers, and your thumbnail looks just as good or better, and you can win the click. That's what it's about, winning the click, right? From the feed or from the search or getting recommended when you see like someone who's already going to that other channel that they know about and they don't know about yours. And it's in the recommended or what to watch next type stuff. If yours looks really, really good and enticing as a thumbnail and invites them into your channel, that's what we're looking for. And if you're finding your click-through rate is somewhere in the 2%, 3% range, you're not looking very inviting to people walking by right now. Okay. Okay, let's take a peek here. Oh, let's get rid of that hamburger. I don't know why it does that every single time. All right, new videos. Oh, it's weird that there's so much space around the S, and it's already like a weird broken promise. Is it video or videos? Like, just pick one. It's like sometimes it's two, so it's plural. Sometimes it's one, so it's singular. Like, is that what you're saying? Like, okay. Every other week. Wait, new videos every other week. If it's going to be multiple and then in a sporadic bi-weekly, why not just say new video every week and actually get rid of it's a very strange way to phrase that. Also, I'm not a fan of scripty fonts ever like that. Okay. Episodes with Adanma. Damn it. Okay. Lifestyle, fashion, other range of the good stuff in between. Okay, first of all, you got 3 different fonts going on in your channel banner, which is just making my like insides like angry. I don't like it. I don't like that, first of all. Also, your font choice for I didn't start the timer. Guys, aren't you supposed to remind me? Okay. Another thing is going to be like that drippy one across the bottom. And you've got some pipes in between lifestyle and fashion and then other. That drippy style is usually more akin with something like Halloween, scary, death. And it's not like happy. And it's also in like this black font. So I'm so confused by that. And it's hard to read. So I don't understand why it's so small. First of all, unless what you're saying is you don't understand the proportions of channel banner stuff. And so you did it like this to try and make it look good on your phone because you haven't yet figured out this safe area and what's in and out of bounds for your channel banner artwork. Because when I see this, everything is like compacted into the middle, and I can see that you did that because you moved it there so it looks good on an iPhone or an Android phone or whatever it is, but you took into no consideration what it looks like on desktop because it looks unfinished. And so you've got two completely different photos in a circle, one on your banner, one in your avatar profile. And they don't actually, to me, it looks like they're different people. Like there's no continuity. So if I was doing anything, I would pick one of those, the one where you're smiling. I would use them on the same. If you're going to repeat anything, repeat your best picture and have it be in both, because if you go to your banner and then you see the avatar, I'm going to think they're different people. And especially when you go around, start commenting on other channels, I would not know that that person is the same person as the channel banner person. Okay. So let's take a peek here. You have a welcome video. So good for you on that. That's awesome. It's a 16-minute video. I'm not really a fan of that, but can I just mute this real quick? Hopefully you guys don't see that. Let's take a peek at this. You're in your car, you're traveling around. You're not looking, okay. Let me make this big for you. I don't know if you guys noticed this right here. You are not looking at the lens, you're looking at yourself. So if you're on a phone, oh yeah, I did do the timer, okay. You guys watch this through, you're not looking at me. You're looking at yourself on a screen somewhere. And so if I'm looking at a phone and I look here, okay, it's going to look completely different than if I look here. So it's going to look like you're never making eye contact with me because you're making eye contact with yourself because you're only looking at yourself. So that works great when you are actually wanting to see if you're in frame or focus or anything like that. It's really horrible, though, for thinking about how you want to connect with your audience. Your audience is here. And that's what you're forgetting. So I don't know if it would be more helpful for you to actually turn it around, pick one of these little eyes. Oh, by the way, if you guys like this case, this is from my friend Kimber's shop. And I think I still have a discount code there. So I think you can use Shelly15 if you want to get something like this. It's got this matching phone thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like I can tell right now, you're never looking at me. And that just irritates me as a viewer because I feel like you're being narcissistic in a way that doesn't include me. So I don't want to watch that just already off the bat. And I'm like, this person's so self-involved with themselves that they say that they're talking to me, but they're not. So it's just a rookie mistake. And it's not, I don't know anything about your content yet, but I'm saying that I can tell immediately as someone watching that you're not here with me. Like right now, I'm looking at this particular lens. I'm trying to make eye contact with you. So if you're looking back at me, pixel to pixel, face to face, it looks like I'm talking to you. But I know it sucks when I come down here and I'm looking at the comments and I'm over here and I'm looking at what's on the screen and you feel like you're not here with me or I'm not here with you. And so I would say just be very careful of that, especially mobile vloggers when you're using your phone and you're out in the field taking videos, to try and make eye contact with your lens, the correct lens, okay? So it feels super unnatural to not look at yourself. And that's why for a lot of people, it's easier to flip it and use the back facing one because it's just so easy, especially with cameras that have flip outs as well. You know, people will be like, I spent $1,000 on this camera. And I'm like, great, but you haven't figured out yet that your lens is actually here. And so here right now, I'm going to look at my viewfinder right now. And does it look like I'm talking to you? Like I'm talking in your general direction, but it's like I'm talking to the person like over your shoulder. But if I'm here, like right here, which just feels weird, I have to pretend that your face is actually here. It's different. So it's just one of those things that comes with practice and watching yourself back. But that's one thing right off the bat that I'm going to say, I'm not a fan of that. Amazing subscribers, Instagram sugar, mukbang with me, ultimate. Okay. All right. So here's one thing too. I'm never a huge fan anymore of all these like variety channels that come up with all these different things at the very beginning because it feels like, you're not a jack of all trades. You're just super indecisive on what it is that you actually want to talk about. Okay, yeah, all right. So I always feel that that's just it's just a cop out, and it's just an easier way. And especially if you're new, then that's one thing. You throw some videos at the wall and you see what sticks, and if anything picks up, and if you like doing it, then you just keep going. Or if the point is that you don't care about how many subscribers that you're going to get, how fast you grow, this is a day in the life, this is a vlog, this is a diary, this is a way to catch up with people who are in a different state, different country, different time, and you really want to like document your life, and you don't care about the other people watching. They're kind of like along for the ride, but they're not the reason you're making videos. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a different thing. Then put anything you want on a channel. But other than that, like people are so busy. They don't want to come to a channel about makeup and beauty to figure out that what you're really talking about in this video is what is something so opposite. I choose the worst examples. Drywalling. Oh my God, y'all. If Paul was here, I told him I would never use his video or channel in any other examples, and I failed. I'm trying to think of something so separate, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. I wouldn't want to come to Katie Marie's channel and then figure out what she's doing with drywall. You see what I'm saying? That's all I mean by that. Okay, sorry. I didn't get very far with this channel, did I? I went off on a whole tirade. Lifestyle advice, vlogs, story times. I feel like what you promised was lifestyle, fashion, and everything in between. So there should be a lifestyle, yes. There should be a fashion playlist, because this is what you promised me in your channel banner. So give me what you promised. I want a lifestyle playlist, I want a fashion playlist, and then every other thing can still fall in line. Okay. Channels, at least you recommend. Oh, TubeBuddy, yeah. By the way, if you guys want to try out TubeBuddy, not only is there always like the free link and free whatever, I have a special link down in the description box. You can get any level of service that they have, like the paid levels of service, free for 14 days. And you can still get my discount code, which is 20% for however long you want to stay, if you check that out. So I don't know if anybody has that. Like it's kind of a special, not to be like special, but I'm saying it's a special deal. So if you want to check that out down below, do that. No discussion. No. Okay. Hello. Welcome to episodes with. Okay. Thank you for putting the name of your channel directly under. You don't need the hello space return another, because you're only going to have so many lines above the fold before it goes to the next line, or you have to, do the see more, which a lot of people never really do. So don't waste it. Okay. Yeah, we get it. I'm your host, a YouTuber, among other things. Well, that's okay. That's obvious. You don't need to put that. Youth relatable content. Let's link up, please. Shy. Okay. I don't like it when people put Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, email as text in your description, because you have links for a reason that are clickable. When you put stuff in there and you write it, it's not clickable. So it's just dumb, because then people have to like copy and paste it and whatever. You want to make it as easy and frictionless as possible to get to you. So put them in the links down at the bottom. If you don't know how to do that and customizing your channel and having links there, that's where you do that, not in your description. So use that description part for more stuff about you, the videos that you make, the content. Okay, that kind of stuff. So I would change that. I would change your banner. It's really obvious that it was really designed for mobile first, and you really haven't thought. I have a video, I think there's somewhere on my channel, and it has a download with the, and YouTube has it as well. It has a guide, okay? And then you can go to Canva, PicMonkey, Pixlr, whatever, okay? Go to the dimensions that the art is. And then when you put this thing on as an overlay, you're going to be able to see if it's this big. This is what it looks like on phone. Not all phones, because some are different, right? Not all phones. And then this is what it's going to look like on desktop, and this one is going to look like on a TV. So you need to think about all those things in advance, because Stephen Colbert used to have a really great banner like this, where it was like this big, and then like if you came to desktop, you could see it was actually like more of the picture. It was like very smartly done. But I think you need to rework your channel banner and get rid of that drippy font. I really don't like that. Get rid of the new videos every other week. Just say it's every week, okay? And stop looking at yourself when it comes to video. Film. What was the question? Are you doing your channel the right way? Is it engaging and worthwhile? Okay, I don't find content engaging if you're not going to actually look at me, talk to me, okay? All right, so hopefully that helps. So the next one is my content on YouTube good enough. Okay, this whole theory about good enough, you guys and gals, when you say stuff like that, it makes me a little worried because it says, who is the good enough that you're trying to be slash. It's troublesome when you say that because I feel like it's not specific enough to what it is you're actually trying to share, get across with people. So let's just take this for what it is. Inem's vlog with food reviews, rants, and more. Okay. All right. So first of all, you started a vlog channel. I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but like a vlog channel is probably one of sometimes the hardest ways to start a YouTube channel. Okay. A vlog channel is difficult because you're taking people who don't know you and trying to tell them that they should care about lots of aspects of your life. Okay. And the thing is, if you look at a lot of these big channels, huge channels, people like them and then, right, they put out tons of videos and then they want to learn about them and they want to know more about their life. And then they evolve into this having vlog content, right, to satisfy the super fans of their main channel. But the super fans will never outweigh the number of people on a regular channel. So if you look at Remy Cruz, you look at Laura DIY, you look at Alicia Marie, right? Every single one of them is going to have half, 10%, 20% on their vlog channel than their main channel, right? These are people with millions of subscribers and people who care about them. Not even 50% of the people who watch their main channel videos care about them enough to watch their vlogs and to watch their vlogs, period. So starting a vlog from the very beginning with no one who knows you is almost one of the most difficult ways to get started. Now, if you're doing it because you want to just document, that is different. But if you're doing it to grow, I think you're gonna like find a vlog is it's a grind. It's a very hard grind. Okay. So let's just take a look at what we've got. Never Have I Ever tag featuring the girls. Okay. That thumbnail, I would maybe take a peek at. I would have gotten rid of like the background, just like erased it, like extended the top, had the three of you with your faces closer, increase the brightness so we can see the facial expression that's happening on your face, maybe thrown an outline glow around you, behind you, and then be like, if you're going to put some text on the screen, be like, oh my gosh, here's the thing is not a single one of you is actually making eye contact in that thumbnail with anyone who would be interested in watching your video. There's nothing about that particular one that makes it intriguing for me to want to click into. So if I'm looking at it, it's just, you guys could be pointing and looking at something on the floor. It could just be like, there's not enough contrast and detail inside of that photo to actually make me interested enough to click on it. Okay. Oh, you're right. You did do a super chat, and honestly, in the thing it said priority to super chat. So I will do that one next. Okay. Don't let me forget and move on to someone else. Like yell at me with lots of question marks and be like, dude, okay. Did I set the time? Oh my guys, I never set the timer. I don't know when I started this one. Okay. We'll just you guys were supposed to remind me. You guys have fallen down on your duties. Okay. The mom tag, both of you, you're kind of looking at each other. You guys are both so far away. I would have thought it was actually a video about bags and baggages more than anything else. So dump that. I don't know what that is about. Like, okay, I think your thumbnails need work. I don't know what your click-through rates are, but they need work. And I wouldn't be surprised if you were about to come back and be like, my click-through rates are great. They're like 8 or 9%. It's because you're not getting a ton of views either. So sometimes when you don't have a lot of views, sometimes you don't have a lot of impressions. When you don't have a lot of impressions, you can have your thumbnail be shown to fewer people and have more people click on it, giving you a higher click-through rate and a higher sense of thinking that your click-through rate is really, really good when it's not. Does that make sense? Because you'll also see that the more impressions that you get, the bigger a video grows and goes through more and more levels of being pushed out to people, then the click-through rate starts to drop because it's being pushed out to people who maybe weren't subscribed or who weren't even interested in that. And now they're being suggested this video. So there's going to be a higher likelihood that people are going to not click on that video. So the click-through rate is going to start plummeting once it starts like getting pushed out to more people. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that was a very quick explanation, but I hope that makes sense. Okay. You have some playlists, all right. So you said food reviews, rants, and more. So let's see. Do you have a food reviews? Food reviews, yes. Do you have a rants? No, there's no rants. So you didn't give me what you promised me already. Did you? And more. You did give me and more. I would rather see your face in the, I don't know what those are. Those phone cases? I want to see your face. Show me your face. Well, the whole point of a vlog, which is completely narcissistic, is to take people into what your day looks like. And so what you've done is actually not even shown us who you are, which is ironic because you want to have a vlog. Okay. So take a look here. Look at all the people that you're subscribed to just for a quick minute. Take a look at what their channel avatars look like. Look at yours. Okay. So I don't even know what all those things around you are. Look at all these people. Face, 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 logo, face. Okay. So I don't know what you're doing, but you're giving me no logo and you're giving me no face. So change that. And then, okay, so at least you said I am Inem. You can say welcome to Inim's vlog. Repeat your channel words so it helps. You like food. Okay. I don't have the body. I don't know where we wear makeup, or apparently I'm sarcastic here. Hoping the personality cuts it. Okay, again, you put socials. You didn't put links. Okay. So if you have the link to your Instagram down below in your link, you don't need to list it text-wise up above. So stop, just take it out and actually say more about yourself. Because this isn't enough to make me interested enough to want to subscribe to you. And then the first thing on your banner is to, not for subscribing, but taking people away to a different platform and telling them to go to the food godmother. And even if I clicked over here, because it's a profile of a cookie with ice cream on top, I wouldn't know that I actually clicked on your channel. And so if anything, I would try and do something that actually coincides or matches in some way. So if it's Inim's vlog, it should be Inim's food. If it's mainly food or whatever it is, that just doesn't make sense to me that they're so far apart for any of that like continuity. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Josh and Babe, Josh and Babe, Josh and Babe, right? Josh and Babe. Let's move on to Josh and Babe. Okay. Let's go look for the cooking campaign. There you are. Now here's one of those things. They do have one of those cartoonized profile, but it's still faces, and I still get it. And you still see the star from like the sheriff's office and stuff. So like it makes sense. Okay. So this one has like the black background, and this one has like the yellow raised background on it. Okay. Josh and Babe. This reminds me of an Instagram story with like the yellow around it. Why don't you just repeat the same one from here with the raise and everything? Just curious. Let me also. It doesn't really matter. You get extra time. Hey, you have a membership. That's awesome. First of all, you're here in the chat, right? How's it going with channel memberships? Put in the chat, like, what are your levels? What are your perks? What are you actually giving people? Because that I want to know. All right. First link here is you're sending people to Instagram, and then you're sending people to Twitter. And you know how I feel about that? Right. All right. You have a video here. At least it's a short one. And it is one that's fairly recent and gets a lot of views. So I can't complain too much about that. So I'm going to let you have a pass on that. All right. I'm going to let you have a pass. What is this? I filled out the form and you sent it. Oh, we had a super chat. You guys, you're supposed to tell me. Was there a super chat? Oh, Kara. Okay. Yes, we'll get you in here. And I think it says in the form that's like, so anyone who's watching this on the replay, it said in the form when you filled it out that if we're doing the live and the super chat comes in, we will still give priority to super chats, just to make it fair. Okay. Home cooking recipes and ideas. Clean your cutting boards. I remember. Okay, so who was the other food channel before? This is a much better example of some of these food thumbnails. All right. So here's what we got going on. You've got a very close up of the food. You have very minimal words, if any, right? The rice brownie one, I would have actually maybe just taken the logo from online instead of actually shoving the box in, because then it forces you to be farther out and actually not realize that what's in the pot is like, I would have gone like way down in and then put the logo for Rice-A-Roni on in that corner or something like that. Okay. And pigs in a blanket. One of the things that's most enjoyable about it is knowing that the hot dog's inside. So I might have almost like had one that was open and like one that was cut. Ninja Foodie, pigs in a blanket. Ninja Foodie, pigs in a blanket. Am I supposed to know what Ninja Foodie is? Okay. And then Fireworks of Food 2020. Am I supposed to? I don't know what that hashtag is. Okay, we've got barbecue recipes. All right. I have a suspicion why this one was one of your best performers. But I will say, as beautiful as she is, when you throw it in line with all of the rest of your thumbnails in this particular genre or a playlist, it does stick out like a sore thumb, but maybe that's a good thing. I do enjoy that you actually have the same font on all of them, because what you've done really well here is you're starting to have more of this brand identity. And so that means like there's certain colors or certain fonts or certain styles when it comes to thumbnails. So like I see improvement from the last time that we actually looked at your channel. So I'm actually really happy and pleased with that. Okay. Let me look at this, shall we? Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Playlist. We looked at that one. Looked at the community. Good. You're using your community tab. That's awesome. All right. Good. Channels. Are you featuring? Come on. Did we talk about this the last time, that you should be doing some featured channels, other cooking channels, other barbecue channels, other travel adventures? Oh, I remember. Yeah, you guys have lots of stuff on the same. There was like the Mexico vlog or something like that. Okay. You still need to feature other channels. We are Josh and Babe. Good. This is our YouTube channel. See, and that's the thing. Are you Josh and Babe or are you the Cooking Cop and Babe? Because a lot of the time you go back and forth on that. So the first thing you should be repeating is your channel name. So I'm saying, welcome to the Cooking Cop and Babe. I'm Josh, blah, 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 you know, and then this is Babe. So I think that your description could be a little bit more inviting. So, hey, if you felt that barbecue is too intimidating, but you really want to do it, we're here to encourage you. Give me more. Like, we're here to show you cooking is fun and easy to do. What does that mean? Like, maybe you've been intimidated. If you're, you know, like, you could also start to repeat some of what are your best performing like videos. So if it was like, if you've been confused and you don't know what is the best barbecue for newbies, or, you know, if you've been looking for the best way to make Rice-A-Roni alternative, you know what I'm saying? If it's like some of your most well-performing stuff, you could kind of like weave that in there, because you know that a lot, it's resonated with a lot of people and it is like more attractive to some people. So you might be able to say, like, think in your head, these are the things that were like super duper popular. So if someone was to read that this is kind of what our channel is also, it might trigger something in them to be like, oh yeah, I want to figure out how to like pick a barbecue, right? Something like, you know what I'm saying? I am the worst at examples. You guys, I don't know why you let me do anything. All right. I remember, I think the last time that we were talking about how I wanted to see you use Twitter more, with not just like a truncated thumbnail, but with like an actual thumbnail. And is that right? You can remind me if I'm wrong. Let's just see how you did. You're doing little teaser videos. Love this. Love this. Love this. I'm so proud of you. This was awesome. Okay. You've got like a, what is this, 15-second, 29-second teaser of your video. You're telling me, I can't hear it right now, but you're telling me what to expect. Okay. You're giving me a link to a video. This is native content uploaded to Twitter directly. Love that. This is visually entertaining and telling me what I'm going to expect and then giving me an easy way to get there. Awesome. Now, one thing I would want to see, let me go to your about. Do you have just Instagram and Twitter? That's the only way. That's the only place you are? I don't believe that. You're not on Facebook. You're not on TikTok. You're not on like, give me all the places that you are. Now, what are you doing for, are you in here, right? You're in here, right? I didn't forget about your super chat. Okay, you guys, I'm not trying to ignore anyone. Like I said, it's on a different like screen. I cannot see the stuff that comes through. So if I miss a super chat, it's never on purpose. And so you guys just have to like keep telling me because I'm focused on the computer, which is where your YouTube channel window is and not on the chat one. So I'm not ignoring anybody. All right. I'm not ignoring anybody. Okay. One Reels MB. Okay. Josh and Babe, I'm really like, I am impressed with the progress that I've seen since the last time. Like, I can definitely tell that you guys have been making some really, really good strides. Okay. So one thing I'm seeing on this particular video, you have it tagged as your city. Now, I don't know if you've done any testing with kind of impressions or things that you're getting on location based versus the one having hashtags. And if you didn't know, you can have 3 hashtags. It's going to be the first 3 that pop up from your description, right? And those are going to be clickable, searchable, all that kind of fun stuff. And I sometimes would prefer to see like the hashtag and have them be like Josh and Babe and then like barbecue or something like that, because I feel like it's 3 different opportunities to hit on some sort of hashtag search versus just the location, which unfortunately in Los Angeles, there's like a million creators in Los Angeles. So I almost think that you could get into a narrower search by being able to do like the hashtags instead. Now, the thing is, you cannot do hashtags at the same time that you've chosen the video location. So if you want to be able to do the hashtags, even if you put them in your description, it's not going to pull them up underneath the window with the thing, unless you actually turn off the video location thing, and then it will pull up those 3 hashtags. And just a side tip, if anyone has like a PO box or anything like that with an address in it, try and change if it's towards the top or bottom, or if it's going to be within that first 3, it's going to look all wonky and pull that up as part of like your hashtag. So you would actually want to change it to like number, like not just the hashtag, but like our £, but like number, NO or something, like, or spell out number, so that maybe it doesn't screw up that. Okay. Okay. Korean barbecue bowl rice. Okay. Let me just make sure here. Look at you. Look at you. You're responding to comments, except for Roger. I don't know why you don't like Roger, but proud of you. This is awesome. You guys. Yes, this is good. This is good. You're doing some good stuff here. Okay, so then you start to see some stuff like, do you have Josh and Babe over here? Josh and Babe, good. Let me see what you got. Korean barbecue bowl. Korean barbecue rice bowl. They have Korean barbecue. Korean cooking, Korean food cooking, Asian food recipes. Let's look at this real quick. I'm just curious. Oh, and we're probably over time. Sorry. Let me just give me a second. So if you guys also didn't see this, if you go down to the tube menu and you go to the keyword explorer, let's just take a quick peek here. Korean barbecue rice bowl. So here's the thing is, there's a lot of people, I mean, it's not a great amount of searches per month. So it's 120 searches, but you've got 1.63 million videos that you're competing with in this particular category. So it's not impossible, but especially for a smaller channel, I'd like to see you under like 200,000, because it's not like you don't have any authority as a channel and you have lots of videos, but 1.63 million is a really big pool of videos to compete against. Okay. So once you start looking at yours versus others, that's going to be tough. Okay. So let's start looking at this, and we start looking at Korean barbecue rice bowl recipe, or, here we go. 1.5 million. But what if we said Korean barbecue, bowl at home? Here we go. So if we were to put in a search term like Korean barbecue rice bowl at home, 525,000, which is still a lot. Okay, it's still a lot. That is better than competing against 1.63 million. And I know it's tough to have to sit there and have to really go down this rabbit hole of like, what is a better way that I could phrase this? What is a better way that I could look at this? But unfortunately, when you have a smaller channel and it's newer and you don't have a ton of authority built up yet, right? Even if you had 2020 or something, it's still reading from the front to the back. So as you kind of go down the line and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller in its search pool, you know what I'm saying? But if I were you, then I would go in and I would put in Korean barbecue rice bowl at home 2020, then take off the 2020, and you could build up that, have each one of those as a search phrase. Take a look at, I just want to see what they have here. If it was easy Korean food at home or Korean, and then what if it's Barbie? What if you actually do it a few different ways? Barbie. 44,000, right? And one thing is sometimes if there's alternate ways that people would be searching for it, phrasing it, looking for it, you kind of want to think about those as well. So barbecue, even if you kind of spelled it wrong, if you think someone might actually spell it that way, or it's just an idea to keep in your head, then what I would do is I would build an entire list. When I do, I would copy these tags. I don't know what they are yet. Okay. You'd hit copy. Then you'd go into your description box. And the first thing I would do is I would paste them all into that top section. Okay. So YouTube is going to kind of look at those first 200 characters of your description box and all that kind of stuff and start looking for matches to your title, keywords, that kind of information. So if we start with this easy and delicious Korean barbecue rice bowl, great. Okay. So you could even start with actually the name of the video, just as like a repeat at the very beginning. It's just a thing you could do. Some people do it. And then you only have one sentence. You only have one sentence about Korean barbecue rice bowl. Starts with the best marinated pork shoulder. The rice, so I would be like, this Korean barbecue rice bowl is perfect for any night of the week. If you enjoy this barbecue Korean rice, whatever way you can say that over and over and over again, repeatedly, within that first, make it a paragraph or so, make it readable. Don't just stuff in the phrases, but actually stuff it in like as a sentence and keep repeating, especially in those first couple hundred characters or so. Really, really get into like just the habit of repeating. I hope you enjoy this barbecue rice bowl. If you want to learn how to make Korean barbecue rice bowls at home, super fast and easy, or whatever it is, now that we're home, we're eating more Korean barbecue rice bowls, or whatever it is. Keep doing it. Variations of spelling, all that kinds of stuff. Just keep repeating it. Okay. So does that help? Did that help? I just have to say, I'm very proud of you. I think that, I think I responded in one of your Instagram stories that you were making like teasers, or you were doing stuff with food. And I'm like, yeah, food, like awesome. So yes. Yeah. So I love that you're doing this. I love that you're doing like the teaser and then like the video. Love that. You're doing so much good stuff. I'm really, 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 really pleased with a lot of it. Now it's really fine tweaking. And I think you said it, like you guys are doing a lot of stuff right. So when you are doing that, where is your, I'm pleased with what I'm seeing. So I haven't looked into all of your videos, so I don't know if it's sometimes going to be personality driven, if it's going to be content driven, if it's going to be schedule driven. This one's a little dark, but I would say I'm really, really pleased with the progress I'm seeing since last time. Okay, I hope that helps. I think that your in your channel banner, your handcuffs and your barbecue, they should probably be switched, and then I would really, really up the brightness and saturate, because it's like you would miss them completely. Like you don't even notice it. So yeah, okay, cool. No, I'm pleased. That doesn't happen very often. I am pleased. Okay, let me close this. Okay, was there someone came to the party. Let's see. Let me know if you need more answers than that. Okay, so there was Kara, and then there was Holly. Holly joining the party. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Hey, someone just said before and after DeMix, the cooking cup and babe, you have great camera presence. I love that. Yay. I think your time is coming. I think one thing that's difficult is sometimes couples channels can sometimes be harder, and especially couples channels when they also have as many varied themes as going on. Like it's hard. It's hard because like, you've already got two different competing people on it. So because, you know, it doesn't matter if you're a couple or not, people are personality driven. And so it's hard enough to sometimes push out a channel with one personality, but then you do it with two different personalities and you're just like, oh, yeah, it can be tough. All right. As a new YouTuber with 23,000 subs, I don't think you're a new YouTuber then if you have 23,000. I'm curious for my niche if you think featuring my face or just DIYs are better for thumbnails. I think my videos are great. Okay. Here, okay. I think my videos are great. Feedback and engagement is good once someone watches me, but what can I do besides being more clear in my titles and enhancing my thumbnails to get more discovery and views? Well, I think you just said a lot there. You said a lot of it. My videos do great for a few days. They rank and then they fall off. What are your tips for keeping a video going? Yes. Okay. I hope you're saying you have love for me because I have love for y'all out there. Okay. And I don't forget that you were like one of the last time I did channel reviews, like a year ago. Was that like a year ago? You were also in the mix with that. Maybe it was less than that, but I always remember your channel. Okay. So let me copy this. Going to a channel. Oh, shoot. I'm not supposed to go to another channel. I'm supposed to go to the super chat one. You guys are the worst. Okay. Sorry. It was Kara, right? It was Kara? Kara C. Okay. Kara C. I would like advice on thumbnails, channel art. It is so not my wheelhouse. Okay. Kara, you're a makeup channel, aren't you? I think I recognize you. I totally... This is the squirrel brain that is my brain, you guys. Like, seriously, if you don't, like, keep me on it, sometimes I will just... Okay. Beauty with a side of weight loss. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. Beauty with a side of weight loss. Sometimes it's difficult with a black to have a color that doesn't contrast as much sitting in front of it. Like, I can read it, but it can be a struggle if the contrast difference isn't a lot. And if you guys are out there, I want you to, I don't want this to just be me conversating or having opinions about people's channels. You guys are more than welcome. These people didn't give you permission, but I'm giving you permission. If I'm going through something and you disagree or you say you really, really like their thumbnail style or something like that, like, or you're saying you do like it, then say it. Let them know, okay? All right. Featured channels. Yes, Teresa is dead. I love her. She's so good. Robert Welch, I love him. Samantha. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, love that you have a set list of featured channels. That's great. You've got playlists. Obviously, you're doing that. That's awesome. You only have a popular uploads one, and then you have all these created playlists, but you didn't actually bother putting them into, you group them all in one horizontal line, and you have nothing else on your home page. So if they are, in fact, 32, 23, 14, and 6. There's multiple videos, enough to span the entire width of the screen. Start stacking them up on top of each other and run each playlist horizontally. And so it looks like your channel is just full and full and full of videos. And especially even if people are out there and they have like not that many videos, you can put the same video in multiple playlists. So, and then as long as you just shuffle the first 5, people won't know until they click into the playlist that some of these are like repeats. So it'll look on your main wall of videos that like you have a ton of content, which is just kind of a way to just set dress and make the channel look pretty. But you know what I'm saying? It works. Okay. In a pinch. Also, I don't see a welcome video, either the one that's got you the most subscribers, the most engagement, like a welcome to my channel. This is what to expect. So I would want that from you. I would love to see, but that's not what you asked for. You asked specifically about, let me scroll back up. I think it was thumbnails and channel art. Okay. Beauty with a side of weight loss. So what's actually on your banner? Because like, there's also something in me that is really upset that when it comes to the banner, I don't get to see the bottom of the triangle when it comes to like the desktop mode. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like you could have done a little bit better with some of the font choices. and maybe that's just a personal thing, but I don't feel like there was a lot of thought put into it. Those that's just a personal thing. Okay. All right, let's go take a look at your videos because you said you want to look at your thumbnails. Okay, so you're using some sort of template that you got from someplace. And the thing is, when you do something like that and it's Lagutta gang, okay, first of all, if you're going to have typing on across someone's face, I don't see a need for that. It could have actually just been lower. I don't know why we were doing that because you can't read the pink font against her face. So that's already difficult. I feel like maybe you design these someplace on a desktop where it looks really good to you close up. But then if you don't shrink down your window down to like a 25% or 10%, if you can't understand, like I can't even read that font that's above your head. And I'm looking at this, you know, I would just dump it. And so I would have dumped the Lagutta gang. I don't even know what that is. And so I already feel left out. And it feels like if it's just those three people, like I'm not supposed to be part of this gang. I'm not supposed to be like watching this video. So I feel like if you're going to have the three of you side by side like that, then actually give it to me side by side by side. And then help me understand what this actually is. If you're in here, tell me what this is. I think I saw it's like a live stream. So it's the three of you side by side. So I don't know if it's just, you're talking about, okay, new makeup releases or something like that. New makeup and chit chats. I don't know what Lagutta gang what it is. Okay. And you're saying LGG live stream. Okay. I don't want to have to figure that out. Oh, where'd it go? There you are. Pretty lipstick packet. Okay, let's go back. I feel like you've taken these templates from someplace and they're meant to be bigger and they don't really translate to a smaller thumbnail. Organize with me. Okay. What is it that I'm organizing? It just looks like a bunch of bows and feathers. So I don't understand what that is. Okay. So 5 best non-scale victories. I don't know what that means. What are you saying? Tell me what that means. Okay. Cute kid, by the way. Very cute. What does that mean? Help me understand. So if you're here in the chat, tell me, what does 5 best non-scale victories mean? Oh yeah, I forget the delay is so long between what I see and what you guys see. So I'm just gonna give that a second. Okay. Live stream with my favorite chicken nugget. So does that mean like, one, the contrast behind like that font is extremely difficult to read against like a chicken nugget. If anything, you could throw a solid colored text box behind it and actually have it be able to be readable. But in the the text should be able to it should be able to explain what your video is about or enhance. I don't understand what this means. It's hanging with my bestie. So dump the chicken nuggets. That's some inside joke that you guys have or some pet name that you have for each other that means absolutely nothing to me as a viewer. So I think that you guys are going to have a mukbang where you're talking about or eating chicken nuggets. You know, you went to McDonald's, you got 40 chicken nuggets each. You're going to talk about life whilst you do that. So I don't think if you have an inside joke or if you have some sort of secret society thing that the three of you, the Lagutta gang, know about that isn't immediately obvious to everyone else, there's no chance that people are going to be like, this is the video I need to click into. Yes, let me get in there. No, let me just see here. It's a weekly live stream. If it's a weekly live stream, Inem, Nick Nimmin, sometimes they have different thumbnail templates that they'll use to indicate to people that it's a live stream, right? So even like the one that I did that was a preview for this live stream, there was like the red circle dot up in the corner meant to like indicate this is a, like, you know, it's like recording on a video. And it says like live stream or like something like that. So if anything, The pictures of you guys need to be bigger. There needs to be some sort of indication that it's a live stream. Lose Legata Gang on the screen at all. That's not actually helping you like explain anything or actually be beneficial in some way to have, right? Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I'd love to know, stop. I'd love to know what some of your, oh, Teresa's dead. Yes. I'd love to know what some of your click-through rates are because I cannot imagine that they're fantastic. Or maybe that's just apparently my humble, rude opinion. So something like this right here, where we look at this, move your face all the way over to the left, bring the palette in, bring this whole thing a lot like in closer, get rid of the text because I can't read that skinny white against the pale background font anyway. I want to know the story without the fonts and the titles. So all of this stuff here, the Adept Cosmetics brand review and swatches, like, no, throw up their logo, say, you know, Adept Cosmetics, like, stop. People as a makeup channel watcher are going to know that if you're sitting here with a palette of singles or something like that, you could insert a thing that has like all, you know, some of these swatches and think about those YouTube faces. What are the YouTube faces that we all hate, but they all get a reaction? The, oh my God, can you imagine? All of that stuff is more probably appealing. So I feel like almost all of your thumbnails are probably not zoomed in enough. So this Natasha Denona palettes, it's because you're trying to leave room at the top for there to be all of that text, right? I don't need to know that again, on the screen, ND palettes, best and worst, dump all of that. I can see it from your title. You don't have to repeat it again for me. Just zoom in close and show me the palettes, right? Or like, you know, the stupid emoji, hands up, hands down, thumbs up that people are always doing. Do I like it? Do I not? It's a mystery. Watch this video to figure it out, right? Ask me anything. I cannot read gastric bypass. So here's the thing. There's just too much text. So I'm going to issue you a challenge to not have more than 4 words on any thumbnail. So if you can't figure out how to do a thumbnail with less than 4 words, message me. Okay. Let me know what your video is actually about, and then we can brainstorm a way or like what text to actually put on screen because there's just too much of it. There's too many different fonts. It's too hard to read and it's too small and skinny. Okay. Even something as cute as this Q&A with my husband, I don't know why you guys are so far apart. So it should be close. Everything should pretty much be closer. Palettes that let me down. You can still be disappointed. Actually get rid of the text, put in like some of the palettes around you. And then you could even throw a blur on top of them if you want to have it be a mystery which ones they are, or put up some of the palettes that people may not expect, something like that. Chit chat with Barry C. Okay. So, oh yeah, I'm not, what you said was banner and thumbnails. Okay. Does that help? Does that help? I think a lot of the time when you're looking at before and after transformations, do look at the side-by-side before and after. You know, the video like thumbnail like format, especially for beauty gurus, there's a lot of floating products that have been cut out with transparent backgrounds around the person. There's a lot of faces with the, oh my God. I mean, there's a lot of faces anyway, anywhere, but especially in beauty, we can't help ourselves with like ones that like, yeah, the products that disappointed us. I would also highly recommend just do some generic photo pointing things before you're taking any videos, because I have an entire folder of just me doing this, like make the thumbnail faces, export them as stills, upload them into some sort of service like remove.bg or whatever it is. So it's just you as a transparent background, and then get rid of everything else in the background. Just have it be over the transparent background. Throw those products up around you or something also transparent. Throw a glow around you. It's not to sound like, but the beauty thumbnail like archetype is fairly easy to do over and over and over again. And I think you know what I mean by that. There's just certain ones, just like the tech review ones are very easy with like the camera facing this way and then slightly turned, and then like with the the product glow around it, and then like, is it worth it? Is this the best it's a very like specific type of style sometimes that happens. Does that make sense? I'm a lawyer by trade. See, Why don't I know that? Why don't I know? Like, that could be like one of the most interesting parts about you. And I know that nowhere about you, right? Like, this is the escape from law or lawless beauty. You know what I mean? Lawful beauty. And a smattering of curse words. I think Teresa is probably friends with you then. I really don't like when people do the Instagram and Twitter handles in here instead of actually just leaving them as links down here. So, and then you're, make sure you optimize your channel up here and have your subscribe button be clickable here. And yeah. Okay. Does that help? Yes? Okay, good. Awesome. Oh, what's this? Rob Balasabas in the house. In the house. Okay. Y'all let me know in the chat. Did we get to all the super? No, I think there was one more. I think it was Holly, right? I think there was Holly. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad that was helpful. And I think you guys know, I'm not trying to like hurt anybody's feelings ever. I just, there's no time for, yes. I'd rather just give it to you straight. Holly, oh, you did a new background picture. It's all like bokeh in the back. That's different. That's different. What's up with your subscribe being all wonky like that? What's up with that? Holly, you've come such a long way. Your channel is so much better than it was before. HTTP. Why is it doing that? Oh, there it is. There it is. It's back. Oh, it was a bit.ly one linking. Interesting. Why are you doing it as a bit.ly link? Let me see this. Why are you doing that? Why don't you just have the regular subscribe button up there? All right. I know you have the free downloads. I know you're doing a ton of live streaming. I know. Jeez, you broke 7,000. Yes. Yes. Oh, and I'll have you know, I'm using that same mic right there. Yeah. We're both on the same mic. All right. So the thing that you've done is you've taken a lot of still frames from your videos, and that's fine and all. Oh, nice bokeh on that. That's not bad. But in almost all of those thumbnails, you're not really looking at the camera. Let me just see. Let me just make sure. You're not really looking at the camera. So I feel like when you're looking off to the side, then it's harder for, we want that eye contact, right? We want to be closer. Plus, if I'm scrolling in the feed and I know your face, then that's great. But if I see, look at those 3 videos in a row, they all look very, very similar. So I'm going to just think that I've already seen this particular video because of how similar they look, right? So if anything, I would encourage you not to just take a still from the video itself, but to actually spend a little bit of time thinking about the purpose. I know I just said, like, if you have a template for a live stream, yes, that's great. And you're kind of using that, but they then all start to look very, very similar. But the meat of what your video is about is answering Amazon leadership principles, right? And here's one of the things is how to answer the Amazon leadership principles. And when you look at that, because there's so many character in your title itself, then everything after that gets cut off, right? So actually don't know, are you talking about one of the 12? Are you talking about in general? Are you talking? So when you start with how to answer the, right? And I know it's kind of part of the search term and stuff like that, but think about everything that's coming up with the title and how it's, oh, okay, stop right here. Do you think someone coming to your channel, first of all, for a 1 hour and 46-minute live stream is going to look at this and be like, hey, let me just fast forward 10 minutes real quick? That means that I have to get out my phone. What if I was like on YouTube Red and I'm just listening with earphones in? And it means I would be like, wait, is the video broken? There's nothing going on. And then I have to come, open up the video, and be like, oh, dude, I got to skip forward like 10 minutes, right? It is supposed to be seamless. It's supposed to be frictionless for someone to come into your channel, understand what you're about, and get into the content of what you are actually talking about. So if this is going to be a live stream, I would go into the editor later and I would trim off the first 10 minutes and then I would start there. Okay. So cut off the entire first 10 minutes because no one wants to sit through that. Okay. Helping you land a job at Amazon or any FANG companies. I don't know what a FANG company is, Holly. Help me out. Okay. And I shouldn't have to like, what does that even mean? And I think, I happen to be similarly, like, I know a thing or two about tech companies. I don't know what a FANG company is. Okay. Help me out. I know that we talked before about putting timestamps in. You say that you start at the 11-minute mark and you put a chapter in there. Why don't you just actually cut out the first 10 minutes and 59 seconds and actually start the video at the 11-minute mark? Get right into what it is that people want, right? And then I love that you have I know we talked about this, every single one of the questions that you're going to answer so that people can go to the one that might pertain to them. But if I didn't actually click into the about your channel, I would never know that that existed. All right. So there should be something at the top that says, welcome to blah, 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 blah. This is how to answer the most popular questions or frequently asked questions at Amazon when it comes to leadership principles. Start repeating those keywords, right? And he's like, for your convenience, all of the leadership principle questions or whatever that we're answering in this session today are linked with timestamps down in. So make sure that that is shown right before the fold so people know that they need to click into it so that they can actually know which questions are going to be answered. Also, at the top of it should also be something about if you're saying, I'm Holly, and as a former Amazon recruiter or something like that, I help people land these jobs at Amazon or whatever the FANG company is. If you need additional help and you're in the process of getting a job at one of these companies, don't go it alone. Help me, let me help you. There should be a way to contact you, right? And then you'd be like, or there should be a call to action, especially multiple times through this video and especially written. It's like, if these questions weren't in depth enough, if this didn't answer your question, I encourage you to reach out to me so that we can get you hired at companies. You know what I'm saying? Like, encourage people if they're only coming in and then hitting the 39, 40-minute whatever for phone interview tips. They should have at least come across something in writing that says, like, I am a career coach. I help people get hired. You should contact me if this doesn't answer your questions. Okay. Are you in here still? Are you? Hopefully this is helping you. Check out the streams. There's free guides. Good. Subscribe to my channel. Interested in working with me? You keyword stuffer. Who taught you this? I didn't teach you this. Okay. First of all, right here. All of this stuff right here. That is considered keyword stuffing. YouTube does not like that. YouTube can actually say that's a very bad thing, okay? Because now you're lucky it's at the very, 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 very bad. Where's your FTC disclaimer? I don't see that either. Holly. You're going to respond to everyone, and at least you pinned a comment and said everything, but you didn't reply to these people. So here's the thing is yes to tech. Is she looking for a job? Is she happy with her job? She needs someone to help her with her like hiring, interviewing, whatever. Is she about to get a new job? Does she have a whole bunch of other people in tech around her that could refer you? How are you going to like their comment and not respond back to them? There's only 2 comments on this video. You should be able to respond to back. I'm only being harder on you because you know better. You know better. Someone else did what? Someone else did what? What did I miss? Okay. I don't know. But Holly, you're doing a lot of things right. I can't, and I know that YouTube isn't necessarily your main platform because of how much traffic you get on LinkedIn, but I'm saying a few tweaks. Okay. Look at all of these. I don't think this is your best thumbnail, right? This one, you're not looking at me. This one, you're not looking at me. This one's okay. This one, you're not really looking at me. And they all look so similar that I feel like if it was a star principal one and you were going to say there should be the star on it, or there should be like the name of the company, because, if Amazon is very heavy in star, you should, maybe have that logo on there or something like that. Or if it's going to be a question about behavioral, whatever, like there should be more indication what the video is actually going to be about, because if it's just your face with your name in the corner, that's not really helping anyone understand if they need to click into that video. Because I need to know that I need to get a job at Amazon and I need to answer the one question that is about, thinking big, or, being frugal or whatever it is, then I want to know by the title, by the text, or by some indication which one of those 12 principles I'm looking at. Okay. I hope that helps. Does that help? Does that help? Tell me. Someone else told me to add tags into the description. Okay. Well, you know what? Opinions and advice, especially about YouTube and all that stuff, a lot of people will have varying different ones. So here's one thing I'm going to say is I don't like to put it at the bottom. I like to almost reverse key tag stuff and put it at the top and have it be blatantly obvious in the first couple hundred characters what the video is about. Repeat those keywords over and over again in a sentence structure. So I'm not saying don't put all of the keywords that you spent a whole bunch of time researching into your video. I'm just saying don't dump them comma sorted value towards the very, very bottom in no sentence structure where it's so obvious what you're doing. Does that make sense? There's a distinction. So the other way is do it as a sentence. Yes, you're repeating. Yes, you're being monotonous. And yes, it's trying to game the first 200 characters to repeat what those keywords or, titles and themes are about. But I think that that's acceptable versus just repeating with the comma and then at the very bottom. And at that point, like the bots aren't really crawling anymore at the very bottom after your PO box, after your FTC disclaimer. So it's kind of like, not only is it so obvious as a block down there, it's just kind of like I don't think anyone's like getting all the way down there looking at it. All right. I hope that helps. Okay. I need to take a second. Did we get to everybody so far? I haven't been in the sheet in a while. All right. Oh, wait. No, we had a super. Okay. I sent a form. You have two, buddy. All right. Tammy's passion. Is that horse? Is your passion a horse? Are you what do they call them? Horse girl? Okay, we're getting there. Holly, I think you know too. I'm only being harder on you because I know you a little bit better. Anyone else watching? We know each other. We're friends. Don't just think I'm totally awful person. Tammy's passions. Welcome to Tammy's channel. Okay, so what's going on with your channel banner? It's cut off on the sides. It's uneven. It's got butterflies. It's got doves. It's got horses that are looking at me with side eye. And it's got a rose in the center, and then your text is cut off on the side. I'm so confused because welcome to Tammy's channel. I'm just confused by this in general. You guys in the audience, tell me, are you guys confused by this channel? Are we talking about horses? I thought we were talking about horses. Tell me, you guys. This oh boy. Okay. Horses and butterflies and doves. Equestrian, butterfly, aviary, florist. That's a lot of stuff you got going on there. Okay, first of all, if you're not actually a horse equine type of channel, put your face. Like, I want to know who Tammy is. Who's Tammy? Who's Tammy? Okay. Let's take a look here. The first link that you're sending people to is Instagram. And then your Facebook, and then your Twitter. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like when people do that. Let's go look at your about. Welcome to my bookstore and crafting. Whoa! Whoa! Did you guys know that this was a bookstore and crafting channel? Comment in the chat if I just completely missed the boat with that one. Welcome to Tammy's channel. Tammy's channel is a bookstore and crafting channel, people. It's a crafting channel. All right. Videos of the books or the books of the day that I sell in my used bookstore. Okay. Live book sales with a mix of crafting items on the second Tuesday of each month starting at 5 p.m. I would never know that because it's not on your banner about what type of videos to expect from you or when you actually publish. So you're giving me your schedule in your about section, which half the people who ever come to your page are probably never going to read. Okay. Free to subscribe. Sorry. And you guys, this is because it's in the moment and it's live and it takes me a second to read. And sometimes I mumble out loud when I do it. A Cash App. Okay. First of all, Tammy, answer me honestly if you're out there. How many people have donated to your Cash App? And if someone is commenting that I reviewed Tammy's channel before theirs, if you filled out the form, then you saw at the very top of it says there will always be priority for anyone who did a super chat. They will jump the line. Okay. So the priority is the super chats, then the people in the order in which they filled out the form. Then if there's time left over, which there's not going to be because honestly, we're not even that far into the sheet. Then anyone who just comments in the chat. Okay. Because they're the latest to the bunch. So that's the order. Okay. So if you think that I'm showing some precedence because someone spent some money and they get to jump the line, you're completely right. And if you're upset about that and you want to jump the line, then you can do a drop of a super chat as well, and you will jump the line. That's how it works. But here's the thing: is Tammy's passion. Tell me how many people have ever donated to your Cash App through YouTube. I want you to answer honestly, because that, as a first impression in meeting anybody, is like weird. It's weird to be like, hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Tammy. I do crafting. I do live book sales. I do all this stuff. Hey, could you give me some money if you feel like it? For what reason? In what way have we built a relationship up for the first thing for you to do is to tell me that like you accept money from people online? Like, it's a weird way to introduce yourself with a handshake to anyone. Like, hey guys, I make videos on crafting, book sales, follow along and pay me. Like, I don't know if that's just me, but that's just a very strange way to like have any kind of introduction to anybody. Kaz, I am her. Sorry. Wait, someone says, okay, you like brutal honesty. Thank you. Let's see. You do Cash Apps? Okay. 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 So I'm just going to say this here. So a lot of people will be like, the Graveyard Girl puts her P.O. box in her channel or something like that. And I'd be like, Graveyard Girl has 9 million or however many people subscribe to her channel, and a ton of companies want to send her stuff. And it's easiest to just almost do that instead of having to respond to DMs and be like, hey, if you guys want to send me stuff, this is where you send it. Okay. But like as a smaller channel, you don't have that same level of expectation with the people I think that are following you, because it's expected when you're smaller that you should be able to recognize some of those people by name, face, by repetitive interaction. And it's so much more far removed from like a bunny who she could never respond to every single comment on all of her videos. Does that make sense? Like, and so the more ways that she can throw out to people, ways to contact her, pay her, communicate with her, then it makes sense. And if someone told you to do that and that's, and it's working for you, then more power to you. I find it strangely off-putting, and it's just not something I would ever recommend to anyone that I was coaching. But if it's working for you, then keep it. Absolutely. Don't let me deter you. Okay. So what you've got going on though, is you've got a bookstore, you've got crafting, you've got used book sales, you've got different live streams that you're doing, and it's a lot. But here's one of the things too, is that I don't get any of that from your channel banner. And if you want to be clever, then I'm supposed to interpret that butterflies mean used book sales online, and that the side-eye horses with like really great hair is supposed to mean that I know that this is about crafting. Okay. And that the doves represent symbolically something. But I think better than being clever sometimes is being clear. Okay. And this is not clear to me. I don't understand that you're a crafting channel and that you're a used bookstore channel. I don't get that, because I thought you were going to show me butterflies, you were going to show me flowers, and you were going to show me horses. So every single one of my expectations that I have for your channel is already just like shattered because you give me none of those. Okay. So now if we take a look over here, you actually have all kinds of people that you're subscribed to. Great. Your community. You're actually posting. I don't know who that person is. Is this you? Is this you, Tammy? You're very pretty. Great smile. Is this your puppy? I love puppies. I will always thumbs up for puppies. Oh, what a beautiful puppers. Baby girl. Okay, sweet. What is this? Someone posted they had just baked some synonym. That's funny. The ones grabbed now I'm blocked. Oops. Okay, here's the thing. Yes. Synonym bonds. It's funny, especially when you're in the literary world, and it's fun. I give you that. Here's the thing is, well, maybe it's almost appropriate because you're a book channel, but this is not enhancing your community, really. You're using this like as a weird place to dump memes about stuff that it's semi-related to your channel, so maybe I'll give that one a pass. But it's like, okay. See, you're posting memes. Oh, he's cute though. About stuff. So you're using your community tab as a way. Do you have any about your actual videos or your live streams? You're just posting memes. So your community tab, you're having a big miss here because this is not something that's enhancing people's desire to want to be part of your channel. Maybe they're understanding that you have a quirky sense of humor, but people would understand that if they went to your Twitter page or they went to your Facebook page group or they went to your Instagram where you might be posting these things. The community tab is truly about building your community. So if it's about letting people know about your upcoming book sale, about, hey, this is our online book club, and this is the one that we're talking about this next week. If you're talking about like, hey, guys, the live stream is going to be an hour delayed. This is communicating with your people. And if you're just being like funny because you're posting your memes, like, yeah, you might get a like here or two, but like, what conversation is that really having people start with you? Like, I don't really see what, let me see here. That Cash App is not me asking for money. That's exactly what it is though. It says, it says specifically, right? It says, if you would like to donate to my channel. So I think even a better way that you could do that is you could also have a Cash App. It could be a link in your channel. It could be a link down below. And you could have it say like, donate to my channel, and then have it go to a PayPal, a Cash App, a Venmo, or whatever else it is. It's just weird to phrase it like that and have it be in the top like that. You could still just put it down here in the link section. And actually, the other thing is, if you are actually getting people to go to your Cash App, it should be frictionless and easy for them. So they have to go, okay, Cash App, this is the name, and either like remember, try and copy and paste it or something like that. If you really actually are getting money from Cash App, throw that thing down here as a link, and then have that title of the link be like, donate to my channel or something like that, or, you know, donate to my Cash App or something like that. And then at least, just like the Facebook, just like the Twitter and Instagram, it will link people directly to that page. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And I'm not saying don't do it if it's working for you. It's just, it's gives me a weird feeling. It's just kind of strange. I would work on your channel banner though. It's not at all in line with what your channel is actually. Oh, this is what you look like. You don't look at all like the. Wait. Now you're doing makeup reviews? I'm so confused. That's just old. Okay, I'm just confused by your channel. YouTube personality, but you're showing me like a cutting mat and a live sale. So if anything, a live sale, show me books. Show me a thing that says live sale, 5 p.m., something like that. A picture of you with like your finger by your mouth isn't telling me that a book sale is upcoming. So I'm a little confused by some of these videos, and I really feel like you haven't thought through some of these thumbnails. And then these are all very book of the day. Every time you do something, though, that's book of the day, if you don't throw the title on there, if you don't throw anything that's differentiating about it, if you threw this in an entire play, I would never understand that any of these were different and that I need to look at them. So give me the picture of the cover art for the book. Okay. Leave book of the day as like part of the title or something. And then you have lot 6, action and suspense. So this is about, oh, I thought it was about book reviews. Is this actually book sales? Again, there's a disconnect because I thought you were actually doing a review of the book, but it's actually looks like you're telling me that this is a group of books that you're going to sell. And if that's the true nature of it, then show me the spines of the books on a shelf, or show me, the covers and the faces of them. Like if they're all romance novels or they're, suspense bundles or something like that, show me those books and those covers, because I want to know what I'm buying. And then it just looks like it was a really easy way out, and you're just repeating this. Same thing with here, this Sunny Fun Time mail. I think I would spend some time working on your thumbnails is definitely some advice I would give you. Let me know if that helps. If you have further questions on that, hit me up, but hopefully that helps. All right, people, did we miss any super chats? If there are any other super chats, I want to know. Yeah, I don't like it when you say lot 1, suspense and hardbacks. Hold on. These books are $2.50, not including shipping if you purchase. Value direct link. Okay, so if you are a lot of a bookseller, or a lot of a bookseller, if you sell a lot of books, okay, so are you just holding up the books? 21 minutes? I don't need to know 21 minutes to figure out the 10 books that you're giving me? What? Are you out of your mind to say I'm in an auction for $2.50 books and you're going to give me a 20-minute video for it? Oops. If these are, oh, dang it, I did that. There we go. Give me a link to your Etsy shop or however it is that I actually buy this. You don't actually respond to your comments either. You got to work on that. What? Unless you're doing like a book review and convincing people, but if you're giving an entire book review, who's going to want to buy the book for $2.50 when they can just hear your review? I don't even see any tags. So one of the first things I would do is I would go to your channel, make a channel trailer and says, hey guys, I do a lot of book sales. This is how a transaction with me works. I will post a video every blank about the new collection of books that are going to be for sale. And this is how you make a purchase. And I think I saw something about Etsy or whatever it is. So it's like, you can actually select the book that you want. And then we put it in our Etsy shop and I send you a link for it. And then so give me the details on how it is that I actually purchase a book from you. Because even if I wanted Clive Cussler, if I wanted this book, I wouldn't know how to buy it from you. And I'm not certainly going to watch 21 minutes to figure out how to buy this $2.50 book from you. I want to know how to buy it immediately and go to your channel. Yeah. Okay. Sorry that I got distracted. I didn't actually see anything in your channel tags here about the name of your bookstore, the name of the books, the name of the authors, the name of your Etsy shop, anything like that. There's nothing. So it's actually pretty barren. And so that's not good. I don't see any kind of Twitter mentions. It means you didn't share it on Twitter. You didn't put it on Facebook. Maybe you didn't share it anywhere else. So I would work on that, especially if you're using YouTube as a business driving mechanism. You got to make it extremely easy for people to figure out how to buy from you. So start with that on your homepage with a how to buy from me type of thing. Change out your channel banner artwork. Move the Cash App thing down lower into a link, work on your thumbnails. All right. So I hope that was helpful for you. I think we are. You told me how to buy at the beginning. I'm not going to. No. Just give me a channel trailer video about how to buy from your channel. Because if I see lot 1 action and suspense hardbacks, $2.50 each, I don't even know what that means. And you say online book sale, right? $2.50 each or something like that. Starting with lot 1 doesn't help. Okay. No. Here's the thing. My Facebook's in my description. Something is, in the beginning of the video. I don't care. I'm not going to go click on the description. I'm not going to watch the video, especially if it's 22 minutes long. What I'm searching for, which isn't even a tag in the video yet, is, online discount book retailer. Buy used books cheaply, right? How to buy books with fast shipping. Or I'm looking for the title of the book I actually want to watch or read. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making it really difficult for people to purchase from you. And I think if you were me the first time coming to your channel, I didn't even know that it was a book sale channel. Okay. And I didn't know how to buy from your app. And you're saying, yeah, but it's in my description. It's in my, if you watch 15 minutes into my 20-minute video, then I explain how to, you're making it too hard for me. I'm just going to move on. I'm going to go to Amazon or half price used books or whatever. Make it really, really easy for me to engage, really easy for me to understand. And then even if you say something like, hey, all of these books are for sale in my Etsy shop. And if you don't know how to buy from me, there's a video on the very front page of my channel, and I've linked it in the description, and it's a pinned comment on how to buy books from me. All right, that being said, let's move into the books that are for sale this week. New and hot off the presses, except they're really, really old presses. These are the books for sale this week. They're all only $2.50, and you can find them here. Let's start with book 1 and then go through them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take more than 20 seconds to do your spiel. Tell people, okay, if you still want to say that, have the linked video on how to do the ins and outs of buying from your shop, and then make it easy. You just think about ease. It's not like the person who's bought 15 books from you. They know how to do it. They don't need to watch the intro video. That's fine. But it's the person who's never seen you before, like me. Make it so easy for me to figure out how to buy a book from you for $2.50 and why I should do that. Then I'm going to do it. Okay? Does that help? Okay, I didn't necessarily mean Etsy. I just saw something somewhere that I saw a word that said Etsy, online link, email, something like that. So I was guessing, but that was just a quick perusal. So anyone watching, she doesn't sell her books in her Etsy. So you don't have to shout it at me. I'm sorry. I was just on a roll. I was on a roll there. Okay. Let's take a peek. Oh, okay. Now we're back to the DIY with Amber. Okay. And I think her video question was, do I have to have my face, right? And then she said, I think my videos are great. Now, I'm always curious when people are like, I think my videos are great, because we all do. We all think our videos are great. Well, and then on the opposite side of the spectrum, we all think our videos stink. So it's one or the other. But I would say more often than not, a lot of people are very much in love with their own content, to be like, my content is so good. Why is no one watching it? I was like, it's because you're watching it and you think it's great, but you haven't maybe tested it enough with the rest of the audience to figure out if they think it's great. And if you're one of those channels, I think she said something like, once I get people in the door. And that's one of those, like, I have a great personality once you get to know me, even though my face says, if you come over here, I will kill you. And that is me. I have resting bitch face. It is very much true. But I'm saying with the online friction that comes, we want to make it as easy and accessible for people to get to know us. And so if you have any kind of weird obstacles, barriers, anything that's putting a wall between you and the audience, and that could be really poor thumbnails or, bad audio, bad lighting, anything like that, then sometimes those things can get in the way. Okay. So let's take a peek here. So first of all, I understand what your channel is about. It's DIY, home, lifestyle, crafts, and inspiration. Okay. So I think that as a DIY, you're kind of, it's Pinterest pretty. So you've done a nice job with, I understand. I don't know if that's the best picture of yourself. I much prefer the picture of yourself in your avatar circle, except I'd love to see the close-up of your head, less of the body, more of the head, because your face is so small on something like that, because you're so far back, it's going to be really hard to have you sometimes be recognizable. So I'd love to see your face more. So as close as your face is on your channel banner one, zoomed in on your avatar picture, okay? I don't know if the face that you're making in the one up top, though, in the channel banner is the most appropriate. Sometimes I might think crafts, inspiration, lifestyle, I might see you with a glue gun. I might see you in the process of making a craft. I might see you with a beautiful smile. It's weird that what I'm getting is a half smirk, yeah, just finished this DIY and it's badass. I'm not sure what that face is. And then the other one is just your head cut off. So, oh, you're holding brushes. You're holding brushes. Okay, I did not know that. I could not figure that out. So if what you're trying to show me is makeup brushes, then show me some fun brushes and bring it in. That one was I didn't quite get that one. Okay. Okay, let's take a peek here. Dollar Tree Farmhouse Boho DIYs. Okay. $4. Okay, 4 of them. Good. Okay, so your video's 29 minutes. As an introduction video to you, that's a really long video. And it's kind of this is, I'm coming to your dating profile. and what you're asking for is not a coffee date. You're asking for like a 4-course dinner and a sit down. And I don't even know if I like you yet. Does that make sense? I feel like someone is saying I've been here for 2 hours. Hey, I've been here 2 hours too. I'm right here with you. So I don't know if you needed to have a 30, you have a lot of views on it. It's doing great. So I don't know if it's your most recent video. So that could be a reason why it's here. And I feel like even that, like sometimes when you see a big compilation, and compilations can tend to do really, really well. When you see a compilation video, but it's 30 minutes, sometimes I start to wonder if you couldn't have just made 4 videos that were around 8 minutes long. So I don't know what your retention looks like. So let's take a look at some of these. You got great lighting. You got this like beautiful top down. I see you're using an iCard right away, but that's like, oh no, okay. I don't know why I did that. Oh, wait, the transition was backwards. Is this an intro? That was weird. Okay, why are there so many? Why are there so many transitions? Stop. Is that all an intro? That's 25 seconds? 30 seconds? No, it's still going. It's still going. Okay, pause. Okay, people watching, 40 seconds to get into the first DIY. Is that the same intro in every single video? Because what is the drop off in retention once people start watching that video? Because I would be super curious. That's a really long intro. If it's possible, I would shorten down an intro to like 7 seconds maximum. Interesting. There's so many transitions. It makes me a little dizzy. Okay, nice overlay. Good. Okay. Nope. Okay, right there. 1 minute and 8 seconds in. I don't know like how many that was, but that was like 15 transitions. It's so many. That's so many. Okay, uploads, popular uploads. Okay, I don't know how many videos you have, but I feel like you could definitely do a lot more playlists. Maybe you have them, just not curated on your homepage. Let's take a look. Okay, all of your thumbnails are very bright white. Some of them look a little cluttered and get a little so busy. I don't know what I'm supposed to focus on, and I don't know if that's a subject thing because of 4 different, oh, it's not your newest video. It's like 5 videos, 10 videos in. I don't know if it's because you're doing so many DIYs in the same video that you feel the need to shove the before and after or something about each one of those DIYs into the thumbnail. It can make it look then a little bit like cluttered, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be focusing on. Like, I don't know what the main thing you really want me to see is. And when you have so much stuff going on, then it's like, I can't focus on any of it. So this one makes sense to me, this Dollar Tree DIY, because there's only 3 things on it. So I get that. And I feel like maybe, I don't know what your retention is like, but maybe if you even broke up that $4 DIY one into 4 different videos with a very clear before and after, or like finished product of what people are gonna get or expect when they watch this DIY, then you could have 4 different videos. You could have an entire playlist. It's enough to start a playlist, right? With 4 different beautiful thumbnails across, because you only need like 5 or something like that across the screen to really fill up the row before people don't realize there's more to scroll. But it seems like you have a lot of 3, 4, 5, 4, and they're doing well. But I also kind of wonder if you're in the videos, how many people are getting to the end. If you're only getting like 20% to the very end, so many people are never seeing the 3rd DIY, which some of us may intuitively, if we're creating videos, be like, oh, this is a sweetheart thing where the best crafting thing is at the very, very end. And 80% of the people watching your videos are never going to see the best DIY that you have. And that's a shame. Now, if you broke that into 4 or 5 different DIY videos, with each one being the best video, each one being the best thing of that video, you might see that people are going to, stay and retain. You might get 50, 60, 70% because people love to see the finished product. And so they'll watch a 5-minute DIY, like 5-minute crafts or something like that, because they want to see the end product be beautiful. But if you're saying that I have to go search around, and I don't know, maybe you're doing timestamps or you're doing chapters and stuff, so I know when to go to the next one. But I feel like if the only DIY I care about is at the very, very end or it's the middle one, how am I supposed to get to it or know how far into the video? Do I have to think sequentially, like it's a 30-minute video, I go 10 minutes in and I'm going to get into the DIY? Maybe, maybe not. But what happens if your first DIY takes 15 minutes and your next one is 5 minutes and the last one's 2 minutes? Then it's just like, I assumed that I went 20 minutes into the video and I was going to get there, but now I'm partway through the last DIY. Does that make sense? It's just like, just because you can put 3 things into the same video doesn't mean necessarily that you should. And you have a very common theme, which is doing cute DIYs from things that you collect at the Dollar Tree. So I love that. Love playlists around that. Love that. But I don't like that if you shove so many into the same video, it just makes it like tedious to figure out which one they want to see and how to get to it. And does that make sense? You guys can disagree. Yes, no, okay. Let me just make sure people are in here. Okay. All right. So I think though the original question was, do I have to be in them and show my face? You have a beautiful camera setup. I love what you were doing. I see that your face is in some of them. If you're asking, does my face have to be in each one? No, I don't think so. Not at all. You got great camera angles. I think the end products, they look to be really cute. For me as a strategy, I might think about breaking those into smaller chunks. Because I think that's going to simplify your video thumbnails. I think it's going to simplify your channel layout. I think it's going to simplify, like, is there lifestyle? Are there lifestyle videos? If you're not actually giving me lifestyle videos, then I feel like you should just take that out. And you could especially say, if almost all of your content is coming from dollar, because like everything I see in like almost the top row is all Dollar Tree. So what if you were the DIY Dollar Tree, or Dollar Tree DIY or something like that, or Dollar Tree DIY with Amber Strong, something like that. If you want to be like, you could go after it. You could be known for the person who takes stuff from the dollar store and makes it look expensive, and you don't have to be ashamed, embarrassed, whatever, that you got anything from the Dollar Tree. It looks like high end. It looks like classy. It looks like anything that other people would have paid a lot of money for. And you could be like the DIY diva from the Dollar Tree or something like that. Like it could be an entire niche that you could go after. And if you did break up some of those videos into it, you would have apparently like 70 videos on this topic. You'd have this amazing channel authority. And then you could go into something like someone who has something like really expensive. Can you DIY dupe it from the Dollar Tree? And you could have this entire thing where you take a photo or a picture from the internet and you'd be like, hey, this thing is from Pottery Barn and it's $250. I'm going to DIY it for less than $8. And then, you know what I mean? Then you have the Pottery Barn one and you say Pottery Barn versus Dollar Tree. And then you have yours on the other side and you have kind of like the fuzzy bokeh or something on it. So you can give it away. You can not. You could have both on screen. And then you could be like, one of these costs $250 or something like that. Or which one is $300 or something like that. And then all of a sudden you've got this curiosity peak and you're like, wait, which one is the cheap one, right? And if you can fool people and be like, hey, you don't have to spend $300 on this when you can spend $8 on it and have it look super cute. You know what you can spend the money on? Makeup or more glue sticks or whatever you see what I'm saying? Like there could be an entire theme that you run with this. Okay. Does that help? I hope that helps. No, you don't have to have your video. I think your videos are probably, except for the transitions, to scale that back. Yeah. I think your thumbnails are busy though. And I think that will be helped when you break up your videos. Okay. Hi, Shelly. I just started watching your videos. Thank you. Wondering if you had any tips or advice to help me improve my content or grow my channel. That's not very specific, but let's go look. Man, I didn't even have dinner. Okay, you're like a brand new channel. Lila Hone? Hone. Hone. Okay. Hone. Are you a gamer? A streamer? Okay. Sunset Diamonds at Sunset Island. How to win first place at the sunset. New hair, new accessories. Okay, I don't know what game this is. Is this a specific game? Are you is it one specific game or is this 3 different games? It looks like kind of similar characters. There's a lot of text going on the screen, so I feel like you could definitely cut that back a lot. I don't know what game this is. Royal High. Royal. Hold on. Oh, is it all like? Sorry, I don't game. Sorry. Is this a walkthrough of someone playing, like a sim game? Crystal Fox. Is Crystal Fox the name of the game? Thanks for watching this video. I'm going to tell you guys all about my new update to Royal High and some of the new hairstyles and fountain stories. Social media, TikTok. If you like, subscribe. Crystal and comment. Crystal Fox for a shout out in the next video. I don't understand what Crystal Fox is and why you have it as a hashtag. And if I click on Crystal Fox, what is that going to bring me? You didn't even put a comment here or a you didn't pin a comment. You haven't done anything. And okay, I gotta take it easy on you because you're a brand new channel. It looks like you don't really have any channel tags. You have Roblox, Royal High, and Royal High Update. But this is a like watch me play or live demo review or give me the name of the game, give me the name of your channel, give me more. I don't feel like you've done some of the basic stuff that you would want to do when you're creating a new video. So give me that. Also, I'm just confused. Is this one specific game? Oh, you said it's Royal Castle, Royal High, something like that. So if it's one specific game, then maybe you say Royal High. Oh, shoot, my iPad's going to die. Oh, shoot. Give me the name of the game. And I completely forgot the timer. You guys? Okay. Let's try your most popular. Okay. Give me the name of the game in the beginning, and then thanks for watching this video. Hidden Diamonds. No, there's no tags at all on this one. So I feel like you haven't done some of the like some of the basics. I work on your thumbnails. If it's only Royal High, which it seems like it is, then tell me that in your channel banner. And then tell me when you're putting new videos out. Oh, 3 days, 2 days. So you're so far uploading every day and you only started 3 days ago. Okay. Yeah, change your channel banner so you have your subscribe button up here. Actually do an about section. If you have other channels that play Royal High, link them, or channels that you subscribe to and like and enjoy that are similar to yours, link them here. Then create a playlist. Good. Oh, it's Roblox. I thought it was Royal High. Is that different? So if these are like play with me or like live things, then that might be eventually a playlist to make. And let's take a peek here. I know Rob Balasabas was in here earlier, and he said someone else is streaming. I'd love to know who's also streaming because I want to go support them too. Okay, so yeah, I just think you just got started. I congratulate you on starting a channel and getting 3 videos up. That's awesome. I think that you have some work to do on that. All right. Someone has been finding iMovie tutorials helpful. Good. Oh, it's a really long question. My views are high in relation to my subscriber count. Not really sure why, though. I'm not going to be here to review. Okay, let's look. Oops. This one. Recaps, reviews, deep dives, and more on the L Word Gentleman. Oh, is like TV shows, TV show reviews. Okay. Oh, one's about women, maybe? Because I see 2 people. Is that not? Is there anything specific about the shows, or is it only these shows, or is it a theme of the shows? Because I don't quite get it. Also, I see that your links over here, unless they're just coming in late. Sometimes if you put in an address and you have the HTTPS, the semicolon / take out the www, and then somehow like YouTube finally recognizes that it's a link to Twitter, and then we'll put the little bird up there versus the blank square. Oh no, it's there. Okay, no, so you did it right. All right, sometimes it doesn't do it correctly because of the difference. Okay, featured channels: Showtime, Apple TV, BBC, the L Word. So some of these channels, I'd like to see you have some featured channels that are actually people in your genre, like not just like huge network conglomerates, but actually your friends, people that are actually in it with you. I'm Evelyn Dar. Okay, so you're repeating your channel name, which is your name. That's good. Okay, a romance novelist with too much time on my hands. Okay, so I kind of thought maybe that was the thing from maybe some of the things in your channel banner, but instead of then putting the stuff about the particular shows, which maybe you're trying to get some familiarity with that, maybe actually give me more about the topic and the subject matter. Okay. New videos every Tuesday. I'd like to see that actually on your banner that says new videos every Tuesdays. TV show recaps. Check out my novels. Okay, yeah, if you're going to have novels that you already have, then put not as a text one here, but as a link down here. And then I'm hoping that you have that in all of your video descriptions as well. So let's go look at one real quick. Why no, not or season 4? Yes, look at that. Repeating. Yes. There's no doubt what this is about. You've got it here as your hashtag. You've got it here as like the repeat. Okay. You've got more of them. Okay, good. You've got your romance novels here. Good. You do need to have some sort of recap or FTC disclaimer saying, perhaps if, is that an actual like affiliate Amazon link, or is it just a link? Because if you start then putting links to your actual books, you could actually say, the link to the book and something like that, especially since you have so much room in your description box. You could even give like a 2-line description of what the book is about with a link to each one. And I don't know how many books you have, but you could do a few of those. And then when you have those affiliate links, you definitely want to disclose that it's an affiliate link. But instead of just going to a library of I don't know how many books, you could even give me a 2-sentence thing about each book. You never know. Let me see what you got here. Evelyn Dar, you got your channel name in there. Okay. Is this show on the Sci-Fi Network? Because it's not really hyper relevant necessarily to this video. So I want to see your Doc Holliday, Nicole Hott, Melanie. Are those actresses in the show? Like, I don't quite understand maybe some of those. I would want to see, season 4, episode 3 recap, the reaction, review, that kind of thing, because Doc Holliday, there could be an entire channel about Doc Holliday or a series, or maybe it's just a secondary character that doesn't even show up very much. So having that be a channel tag could also be kind of like, what? Really? Like Wyatt Earp? So I'm not quite sure about that one. But you didn't put it out on Twitter anywhere. So I'd like to see you share as well. Because even if you did something like that and then you put it on Twitter and then you could tag the shows or the official shows or the networks that it's on and be like, well, check out my recap of this video or this season, this episode, whatever, because they get free advertising as well in your tweet. And you get then to say that. And, perhaps maybe one of them would even retweet you or something. Okay. A lot of it because you're using the artwork from the TV show or the movie or the whatever else. Yeah. Okay. Just some minor things. Yeah. The only thing is also if some of these shows go off the air or like there's gaps in the seasons or something like that, or you review other shows, but they're just not on your banner, and you could end up turning off some people that either don't like that show or be like, oh, I don't want to sit through 15 different show recaps. It could turn them off on something like that. So maybe actually just a more descriptive one of what it actually is, because actually when you're looking at it, then Euphoria is actually kind of like cut off as well. And the Killing Eve thing like doesn't really make a ton of sense to me, because it's like Jodie Comer's like coming out of Sandra Oh. So it's maybe not the best, and there's you nowhere in any of this. So I don't know if that's on purpose, but just a few things to think about. Okay, let's look. In order to change my channel, I'm thinking of changing my YouTube name, but I feel like I would have to change all my socials as well. Am I overthinking it? I don't know. It depends on how far apart they are. NdiNaija. Lindsay, I don't know what your channel's about. You got a lot of stuff going on in this channel banner, and then when you have like the CRT in the back of your channel banner, I almost think like this is like a cluttered apartment with like stuff everywhere. You get these reading glasses on this like on the sofa. You've got an old TV. You've got a globe. You've got chairs hanging out underneath like this dining room table, and then this beautiful smiling face. I would have rather like you cut yourself out either in PixArt or PicMonkey or remove.bg. Have a beautiful image of just yourself. Do it against a solid background. Then give me a little blurb about what your channel is. Is it beauty? Is it lifestyle? Because right now I just think this is a weird photo for a channel banner. Like, just weird. Okay. You have a video here at the very beginning, so that's good. At least it's a short one. That's awesome. Okay, so you're your beauty channel. Your beauty channel. Okay. So what's ironic is you're a beauty channel and you look gorgeous, but your backdrop is completely distracting away from what your channel actually is. So anyone in the audience who's still left, I know it's been a long time, so I don't know how many of you are still left, but if you were to come to lynsie.bear's channel, would you know that this is a beauty channel from her channel banner alone? Would you know when she uploads videos? Would you know anything about that? You have plenty of playlists. That's great. Good. Awesome. You don't feature any other channels. The beauty community is vast, and I don't know what kind of beauty you do, if it's vegan, cruelty-free, whatever, but there's 1,000,001 people in your same type of genre and category. Start featuring them, make friends, list them, put them down there. 4th of July from 2 years ago. You don't use your discussion tab. Things I love to do. That's not descriptive enough. It doesn't repeat your channel name. And it doesn't tell me why I should subscribe to your channel. So I would absolutely work on that. And I love the photo of you in your channel banner. I think that would make a better profile picture because you're so well lit. And I think that if you cut out yourself and made yourself a transparent image, threw it behind a really beautiful colored backdrop, use that as your profile avatar as well, and then give me what your channel is actually about in your channel banner. But your question was specifically about, should I change my name? Now, I don't even see any of your socials linked on this. You don't even have your subscribe button in your banner. So let's go look at your latest video. It's 2 months ago. Been a little while. It's okay. It's all been a lot right now. Okay. Givenchy. That's not cheap stuff. Good. Influencer. Okay. Good for you. You are mostly responding to comments. What was your point? I was looking for, all right, here we go. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I wouldn't have known any of those things because they're not in your about section. They're not in your channel banner. And I would say if you're looking to change your channel name, what's the reason? Is it because, it's like when you have like Bubbleopolis 205, it can make sense because it's like, dude, I'm not 12 anymore, then your name can make sense. So I would say, what is the reason why you need to change your name? And then I would start looking at, can the socials match? And it's not as huge a deal, but I still think it's like one of those, it's a consideration. You don't have your subscriber count turned on. I really don't like when channels turn it off because I feel it's kind of deceptive. And it's like we're all small channels when we start out. And people love to be one of the first people to subscribe to any new channel. And when you then just hide it, it just sets people off on the wrong foot right there. It's just a weird way to start a relationship off. And I know that some people will be like, I don't want to look at it because it makes me sad. And that's a perfectly valid reason. But if you're just doing it because you think, oh, my channel will look more legitimate if I just hide my subscriber count, that's false. Just be proud of whatever subscriber number it is. And just, I have a channel. It's 75 subscribers on it. I have a channel with 150 subscribers, but you guys would know that because I don't hide that from you, and I'm not trying to hide it, So I think I have a beauty channel with 800 people on it, and that's fine, and I don't care, and you guys can know that about me, but I really dislike it when I go to someone's channel and then I have to guess. I don't like that. Okay. Oh my God, people keep putting ones in. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do is I am going to stop for tonight, and then all the rest that I didn't get to, I will do in a different live stream. Because honestly, I can't review that many. All right, because we've already been on for like almost 3 hours. So and my computer sounds like it's gonna die. So I'm going to wrap it up. If you guys have any other, if you guys have any last hard-hitting comments or opinions about channel reviews, if you want to get yours done in the future, look out for another video. We're going to have to do one fairly soon. And just remember, for anyone who's upset that they didn't get their channel reviewed, just remember the priority was always super chats. Then it was the people who actually signed up through the forum. Then it would have been, if there were any time left over, anyone who was asking in the chat. So just so you know, if you just show up to a live stream and then ask, it's very likely I probably won't get to it. So, and I spent more because I forgot the 5-minute rule. And so a lot of videos probably got more time than they should have. Okay. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like channel reviews and all that stuff, make sure you subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. All right. Bye guys.